Hello. All right, it's working. I got the new stream deck set up. It's still taking some getting used to because it's bigger, so it doesn't fit actually as nicely as my last one did on my desk. So I'm still trying to find a good spot for it because it's kind of at like a weird angle, like kind of on my mouse pad. And then I also need to get in, or I need to like kind of do some of my pages on it because there's less buttons. There's a lot more functionality that you can get with the knob. So it's just taking some getting used to, but it is really cool. It's such a nice piece of tech. But what's up, everybody? Welcome in. This is my first time hitting go live since setting it up. You coming in with the first. What's up, you? How's it going? Dust coming in with the evil first. What's going on, Dust? How are you guys doing? Micah, welcome in. How are you doing? Hope you guys all had a great weekend. New week, new girlfriend. That's true. It was good. Yeah, did you watch it? It was funny. I was just watching like right before stream. I was scrolling on Twitter, and apparently the dub localization is like very funny. They also do a good job, not just like the fourth wall jokes, but a lot of the like translation and localizations are very witty as well. We're going to read more. I'm on stage 3. We're gonna catch up, I think. So buckle up, enjoy. I need to check if Street Fighter Yuri is a new I forgot about that. I'm spreading myself so thin with shows. I have a lot to talk about when it comes to things that I'm watching. So I sent a picture in Discord, but I saw Spider-Man on Saturday. It was really good. It was really good. I enjoyed it. So I fear that we've talked about a lot of Marvel stuff recently, and I fear I might need to come back. I might need to catch up on Marvel stuff, unfortunately. So Tyler, you know I can't skip anything related to Yuri. What's good, Cloudy? How are you doing? Yeah. Can you believe that Yara is missing? That's where we left off, pretty much. So that was where the thumbnail is. Poor Praminix, my poor sweet baby girl. How are you doing, Cloudy? Welcome in. This Natty's nickname for AI was amazing. Yes, exactly. That's the clip that I saw. Miss Chat GP Titties was insane. Shout out the localization of the 100 Girlfriends. Geek. Cloudy, what's going on? How you been? Happy Monday. How was the weekend? Yeah, so I saw Spider-Man. I think I'm gonna I might watch some of the I forgot I didn't watch Thunderbolts, and when we talked about Marvel, I was like, man, I actually did want to watch Thunderbolts because I like all those characters that are in there. Well, maybe besides John Walker, he sucks, but Yellen is one of my favorite. ChatGPT, yeah, that was so good. It's so funny. Celebrate National Yowie Day 2 days ago. Damn right I did. Yeah. What was it? August 1st, right? Yeah, happy Yowie Day. Shout out. Boys kissing boys. Didn't kiss any boys, though, unfortunately. Missed out. Missed an opportunity. I did kiss my cat, though. Now she's hiding under the bed. What a shame. But yeah, so I saw Spider-Man. That was good. Otherwise, what else did I do this weekend? I think it was I had D&D last night, which was good. I'm like starting to get back into the swing of that and DMing, which is good. But taking a little bit of my mental time, which isn't a bad thing. It's nice to have some distractions because I've been kind of like all over the place. I feel like since the Honkai Star Rail stream, I've been kind of off. And I don't know if there's a correlation between those, but I've been kind of off since. So I'm really trying to like get back into my stride. We'll see. Spider-Man's the only hero stuff I'm interested in. Might go check it out. It was good. Yeah. It's I think like if you've seen the other Tom Holland Spider-Mans, you'll be fine. But it's the same case where it's like if you've seen some of the other Marvel stuff, I'm sure it'd be better. But no, it's a good movie. It's enjoyable. I really liked it. We got the CEO of Sex in it, so always love to see him make a return. Yeah. Otherwise we're back. We're doing Arknights today and Enfield tomorrow. Did I put the schedule? I don't think I put the schedule up. Sorry, Turkey. Boop, 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 boop. There it is. Arknights today, Enfield tomorrow. There might be another Gorilla stream later in the week if I'm feeling up to it, but I didn't want to overcommit to anything this week because I'm a little busy. So TBD, as always. Pay attention on socials and Discord. But this is what you're getting. We're getting some retracing our steps and some more Enfield story because I think we are. I think someone said like maybe a third of the way through. the Enfield's current story update, so I want to make sure we do that. And then I don't think the Idol Girls banner will be up yet, but I really cannot spend money on that, on any banners in that game. I initially wanted to pot 6 Sue. I don't think I will be pot 6ing Sue. I will at least get her, and then I will spend all my available resources on getting any other duplicates, but that's it. Yeah. We're doing the stuff with Arcane. Yeah, everyone. I'm like, yeah, I'm not really a big Arcane fan, and everyone's like, ah, you will be. I was like, I don't think so. I really don't think so. She just doesn't. She doesn't do it for me. I'm glad she's a good character though, but I don't know. She gives like. I'm trying to think the vibe. She's obviously kind of standoffish, but it's, you know, it's not a bad thing. For some reason she gives like Acheron vibes. I don't know if that's like accurate, but like, and I don't know if I mentioned that in the last Enfield stream last Thursday, but she gives like Acheron vibes. So I don't know. Idol Girls basically Jaihi for electric teams. Oh, that's good, because electric's got a solid group of characters, but having like healing or support of any kind is gonna be pretty nice. Because I have Fangyi, I have Aviwena leveled up. Granted, I'm working on leveling up most characters, so healing and attack buffs. Oh, hell yeah. Let's go. Yeah, my current objective in the game is to max level every character, and then I'll start doing their skills after that. Run the OG electric, so no healing. I mean, the team that I use most of the time is no healing either. It's Ross. I control Rossi. I have Chen on the side. I have Pug on the other side, and then I have Gilberta on the top. And Gilberta slurps up all of them, puts a little bit of nature damage so Rossi can get her combo, and then that's that. And all of their ults just destroy everything. Last Right seems to be my fave lately. You know, I never really gave her a chance since the start, so I felt the same about her at first. I was not too into her. She's grown on me a lot. Ever since I got her, though, she's precious, baby. That's crazy. What? Gilberta does what now? You know what she does? She slurps them up. Or do you mean when I said that she was on top? Listen, I like Gilberta. She can do whatever she wants. No, listen, like, I do hope I come to like Arcane, but what I don't hope is that I hope I don't regret not getting her, because she's currently the only character I don't have in the game, and I can't afford to get to pull for her, so I gotta let her go. So I don't want to like her also. I didn't initially like her, and then I also don't want to like her, and I know that I will, and that's the worst part about this all. That's the worst part about this all. But I did some thinking as well for regular Arknight stuff. So after we finish retracing our steps, I decided we are going to do a summer event as a break. We're going to do the Gavial altar event. So that'll be what we do next. And then after that, we're going to do Siracusa. We're going to do those 2 stories. And then, depending on where current event stuff lands, current event or main story, we'll see what slots in the middle, because those will allow to interrupt. After that, we'll then go into Sui. And because I want to give myself enough time to get Sui friendships up, so I don't have to do story. Great. Actually, no, hold on. Because the operator records on the new online story reader are fine. I don't know. I don't care. That was just my thought. So that's the game plan. Arcane will go to jail if Benny pulls for her, because he'll pull Ardelia instead. That's true. Wait, hold on. I don't want her. I don't want Ardelia though. Oh, hold on. Gavial Altar's ideal city, Eunictus Great Chief. Oh, shoot. Okay, my bad. Eunictus is Great Chief. That's the one that we'll do first, and then we'll do Gavial Altar as another break. Probably after Sui. And before... maybe like Pepe events and stuff. Like Pepe, TT, whatever else is up. Because at that point, after Sui, we've read pretty much everything. After Sui, let me go to the game, because after Sui we'll have caught up on. Oh yeah, I put Vendella on as an option, and she showed up right away. Peace, love, Vendella. After Sui, hold on, like main story we're caught up. This stuff we've read it all. La Toronto story, we've read it all. We'll have finished Yarag. We'll do Siracusa before Sui. We just did Cashmere's. This is Sui. Obviously, we did Unrealized Realities when that came out. We did Ayer. We could do Lingering Echoes. I'm not rereading Drilling Storm. I'll tell you right now, I'm not rereading Drilling Storm. We did the Terra. Yes, it's gonna be the summer ones, and then like any like other random miscellaneous stories. That's crazy. That's crazy. Oh, Pale Exodus. Oh, right. We could do Pale Exodus. You're right. So it's just gonna be like a grab bag at that point. Like after we'll do Siracusa and then we'll do Sui, and it's gonna be grab bag. Whoa! Oh fuck! I know what that means. Wait, is it open for Vector? Did they do it for Vector? Or is contingency contract coming back? I think it looks like it's open for Vector. Okay, I was so worried. A chill went down my spine. I saw that gold icon. I was like, oh no. I was worried for a second. Lingering Echoes must be done last because the best must be saved for last. I don't know. Could just reread So Long Adele. Once more, fuck Conviction RNG, but I'm free now. You did Vector with 4 stars only? I haven't even opened it. I'm afraid. Dexter. 9/11 Drilling Storm reread.
My name is Plume.
I'll just have Micah give me a summary, and at this point I've read so many events after it that I don't think it matters. As usual, it's my default. I respect it. Have I told you that I've considered doing or like trying it, and every time I do I'm like or every time I consider I'm like, I'm not that good. I wouldn't actually be able to do it. Actually, I'm going through the EX stages right now for the current event because I realized that ends in a couple days, which I feel like it flew by. But I've just been using this one team. I think I'm like halfway through the EX stages. I've been just using this team the whole time. They've done it all. I don't need to swap anyone. Unfortunately, I can barely deploy Spire though, so this event sucks. 0 out of 10. I do kind of want to put New Chen in there because New Chen is a lot of fun. But it's not hard, and you don't suck. Grab my account and do it. All right, you have a lot more faith in me than I have in myself, so thank you. It's truly not worth the read. Drilling Storm pours me to tears. Drilling Storm I read before way too many events, and it almost made me want to stop playing the game because I didn't know what was going on, and I got stressed out, and it was too philosophical, and I couldn't keep up. And every time I thought I did, I wasn't actually keeping up. And here we are. But I toughed it out, and I made it through, and now I don't have to worry about it again. It was a good story, but it was a bad time for me to read it, and I don't think even if it was a good time for me to read it, I would have appreciated it still. Just because it's not my I can't get into the philosophical stuff as much. I can get into some of it, but not to that degree. No, sorry, it wasn't the first event. It wasn't my first event. The first event the first event that came out when I was playing was Hortus. When I started, Hortus was out. So I could only make it through like a few stages. However many stages Arketo could carry me through was how much I did at Hortus. The first was Siracusa. Let's go. I am looking forward to that. I do want some Wolf Girl Yuri and some Boy Failure Vigil, because he does look kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie, I do kind of fuck with his design. Like the double revolver guns is kind of cool. Doesn't he have a cool skin too? Yeah, he's a cute e-boy skin. I won't ever use him though. Go to do stage 1 Vector so you can see the new enemy knights op in stage 2. I would like to see who it is. Maybe I haven't even remember when I made it to the ending of or I'm almost at this ending of IS6 with the shut up. We'll play games. Why am I in here? I don't even remember who's on the team. Yeah, there's a team that I have Glaucus. So, no, I can do ending 2. It'll be my first time trying ending 2. Oh, I got Chen in this. That's what it was. I got Chen, Gumo, Wishadel, Praminix, Reed, Silver Ash, Pagodia. I don't know what the boss fight is like though. Fire luck. I don't like doing that. I'm tired of. I'm so tired of gambling. Honkai Star Rail ruined my desire to gamble. Why am I doing this right now? We're supposed to be reading. Why am I doing this right now? But I would like to try ending 2. So maybe, I don't know. Maybe if there's a gorilla stream this week, it'll be gameplay. How about that? If there's a gorilla stream, we'll do Vector and IS6 ending 2. Especially because there's a new monthly squad now that I need to take care of. I started during Dorothy's Vision. Did not beat a single stage. Was your start date close to my? Or maybe it was the Dorothy's Vision rerun. Because I got the lobby theme, or the lobby theme for Dorothy's Vision is like nostalgic for me. When was my join date? 11/13/2023. Oh, come back. Did anyone use my support? Anyone using Saki-chan? Anyone using my max pot, max level, max everything Saki-chan or no? I'm never swapping Swire though. Get over it. You may end up getting Wolf Boy Yaoi as well. Who knows? Yo, why does Italy get Yaoi and Yuri? Actually, to be fair, Yerag does too. So should be the real one. Yeah. I started basically exactly a month after Cloudy. Oh my gosh, my Arknights senpais. Thank you for teaching me the way. My first event was CC #1. That's crazy. I cannot imagine that be. I remember there was this CC running right as Enfield came out, and I was like, damn, what a welcome. What a welcome. Okay, so we did the first full story node, and then the first we did OS1. So I need to put our spoiler Mio up because we will be doing OS2 before. Okay. There we go. All right, spin this up a little bit. The CC named Arclight too. Yeah, that feels deliberate. Shouting villager, there they are, the unclean who defile Mount Carlin and the faith of Yerag. This iron house of foreigners has angered Yeragander. Oh, Yeragander on high, forgive our sins. The sound of praying and sobbing mixed with angry shouting. The sounds weave into a rope, connecting tearful, fearful, and angry faces, sounding the newly built observation station. The steel door remains unmoving. A wizened voice cuts through the crowd. Remember that the wind wrapping the mountains does not come from nowhere. The wind continues to roar. The old woman walks across the snow to the tightly shut door, her voice clearly heard by the others. It's her breath sweeping down from the snow-white peaks. It's her ever-vigilant watch rising from the deepest valley to the highest cloud. It will drive out the miasma of evil. Huh? What's miasma? Huh? It's when you can't breathe. That's what it is. Miasma of evil and the parasites that hide among us the rocks. Oh my god. What's good, Shushiro? How you doing? I played like 3 CCs, but Arclight has to have been the worst, right? That she was so ass. Funny enough, I think that was one of my best ones, but I was pretty locked in for that one. I did all right. I think I got the skin. I did it. I went into it with a very different mindset than I normally do. Glad to have used Riding, but it made it a touch too simple. I don't think my Riding was built at that point. It was hard though. The exploding Matryoshka doll dudes was a pain in the ass. I streamed the whole thing. I think we beat it. I was like iterating slightly on my strategy every time. It was tough, but that one didn't drive me up a wall compared to the others. The one with the Sultafera mechanic sucked. That one was bad. I did not like that one. It brings all the sounds back to her ears so that she will hear in the mountains bright and clear. Wait, is that door moving? Yes, they're opening the door. Our protest worked. Open up and hear our voice. Listen to the true voice of Yaragander's people. Listen to the voice of Yarag. You are not welcome here. You must leave. Outsiders off Mount Carlin, go back where you came from. Outsiders off Mount Carlin. Outsiders off Mount Carlin. The cries grow louder and clearer. Someone stretched out and waves towards the sky. Is it the results of sincere prayer, or did the combined force of their invocations cause steel to tremble? The door opens. All breaths are abated in the silence. The protesting Ryan Lab, that's crazy. Ryan Lab's kind of chill. I was max week 1, skip the gym for it. 2 days of gym still. Listen, but now look what you have. You can flex your Radiant instead of your pecs. All breaths are abated in the silence. Hey. Are they from the clan Silver Ash? The one behind them, the Edelweiss. Did he come to send those outsiders away? He'd better. They were the ones who brought those people in, and they should be the ones to pick up the mess. But something about his expression. I love Gnosis. I still am not sure who my favorite of the Yarag arc will be. I think I had you guys do predictions in the spoiler channel in Discord. But I think Gnosis is up there. I do like him. Do not disrupt my thought process. Clear out the protesters. Avoid casualties. Put down your weapons. Back off. We're not backing off. Why are you telling us to go away? The ones who should go away are... Keep your hands off me. Edelweiss, whose side are you on? Whose side do you think they're on? Their weapons and shields are pointed towards us. Isn't it clear enough who his friends and enemies are? A blizzard is coming. You should leave before the road is completely blocked. No need to worry about the dangers along the way. Clan Silver Ash's guards will ensure your safety and bring you back to... Grandma, wait, don't! The old woman forces her arm through the guards' ranks. Oh, great. Here we go. Her movements are swift and without hesitation. The cold snow splashes upon the Liberi's face. May Yaragander forgive your sins. Pity and resolute mercy congregate upon the wrinkled face. Her cold finger touches Gnosis's forehead, leaving behind a simple curved line. A Yarag ritual intended to drive the evil out of a child afflicted by fever. Damn. May her miracle drive out the miasma of evil and the parasites that hide among us the rocks from you. Crazy old lady. CCPB. I don't know the abbreviations. Yeah, the one where people use like Lin and Totter. And like I followed a guide and I still couldn't do it. So that was when I wrote off that game mode entirely. And also people were mean about that one. That I remember trying to do that one on stream and everyone was just mean. So I was like, fuck you guys. I don't actually want to play this game on stream. Remember that the winds of Yaragander visited upon your stubbornness before. Now you send her away. Go home, madam. There's no change in Gnosis's expression as snow melt flows down his face. The winds on the mountains are harsh. Don't catch a cold. Ooh. The camera. Yo, that place actually looks kind of sick. Yarag, the beautiful paradise, clean and pristine beneath the wind and snows, pious and pure under divine protection. The faith of its people is firm as the mountains, never wavering, or perhaps a single flake of snow is all it takes to begin its collapse. What do you think of the catastrophe? Will it shake your faith in Yaragander? Who's this news crew? The faith of Yarag isn't so weak. The people of Yarag have never wavered, even before the toughest trial. I'll set out for Mount Carlin once the catastrophe's cleaned up and my legs good again. The son of Yarag will drive out all corruption and evil, and those who bathe in it need fear neither pain nor illness, nor the stone disease. I think they should fear neither hardship nor darkness, personally. I feel like that's a little better. Yo, what's up, Soggy? Happy Monday, how are you doing? Yo, we straight up retracing it, and by it, let's just say my steps. Yaragander is great. Yaragander is kind. She will never abandon Yarag. Everything will go back to the way it was once we clean up the snow. Who's this little brat? Of course, it's all the fault of those Rhineland people. Everything started going bad when they came.
Yarag doesn't need no observation station. All we need is Yaragander's protection. Drive them out. Give me back my peaceful life and my mom and dad.
Shut up, kid. I want to ask you. I'm struggling with the move. I was just about to ask how it went. No worries, dude. Take care of yourself. I hope it did go well, or I hope it ends up going well. You got this. I believe in you. Dana Neural, Yarag people can't summon the sun, right? Why is this previous background so HD? Yeah, it's really good. I like this. It's pretty cool. 2 more trips. I made a lot of trips too. Did you hire movers or just YOLO it? And how is the kitty taking the move? Or is she the last trip? That's what I did. I had my cat be the last trip when I moved, just so I could get everything set up. Is there anything I can help? Wait, you're Victorian. Get your pitchforks. Who let this one into the village? Holy shit. Colombians and Victorians. Is everybody making their homes on our turf now? Get lost. You're not welcome here. That's crazy. Holy crap. Get out of here, you stupid British person. Who's even? Whoa! Who are you? Nah, she'd be welcome anywhere. I like Victorian reporter. I like feline Victorian women though, so I'm a little biased. Phew, this will be tougher than I thought.
You need some help? Oh, it's Cliffheart.
Let's go. Yo! Pretty. I always knew Benny hated orphans. Yeah, fuck them kids. Harmony? It's not Harmony. Somebody get these beggars out of here. Time did not take it well. I'm sorry. I feel like paying for movers is worth it though. I always said, like, if I ever move again, which I hope to not, unless I get like a house because the housing market collapses, I will pay for movers. Hi, I'm fine. I'm just short on film. I don't suppose I'll be able to find any here. Let me see. You can get this model from the Central Mall in the Silver Ash domain. Nice pics. Are you a photographer from Victoria? A reporter, to be exact. Good timing. May I get an interview? Who, me? Who, me? Sister really said, who, me? How do you view the catastrophe that just occurred in Yarag? How do you view your faith when Yaragander no longer protects Yarag from catastrophe? Ah, I thought I heard you talking about Yaragander and catastrophes from over there. You want to know how Yarag people think? Of course, we came to report on the true Yarag. People in other lands know very little about it, and we want your voices to reach them. There's no need to be burdened by the weight of religion. Liberate yourself from the systemic oppression of rules and tradition, and tell me what you truly feel. What's good, Golf? How you doing? Welcome in. No worries, Soggy. Take care. Best of luck. I hope all the trips in unpacking goes well. Wow, I've never heard so many big words spoken in a single breath. Cliffheart's too good too. I wish Cliffheart was there in Sylvan or Hers. I think she would have had a great time there. I helped a friend move cats with the first thing to be moved so they could become familiar with the new place and not be locked in the last room to have stuff moved into. No chance of getting outside from the old place. I think I can see it either way. What I wanted to do was I wanted to make sure that everything would be set up because I was moving from my parents' house, or my dad's house, to my own one bedroom apartment. So I wanted to get everything like set up for the most part, at least for her, so she could come in, start to familiarize herself with the new place, and walk around with everything that she would need already there. If I was to move to a house though, I might move her first and keep her in a single room. Do it that way. If I had like more space. I think part of the reason why I did it this way was just because I had the 1-bedroom apartment. But yeah, I think it depends on the amount of space that you have. But ultimately, as long as the cat's comfortable, that's what matters. Man, I sprinkled green onion on my pasta tonight as like a little garnish, the little scallions on top, but my fingertips still smell like them, even though Even though I just grabbed a little pinch and I washed my hands right after. It still smells like onions when I go to take a sip of my drink. My view on catastrophes is simple. Catastrophes outside Yarag are really bad, and it's the same for this catastrophe in Yarag. People suffer and get hurt everywhere. It makes me sad, and I wish these things never happened. As for faith, may I ask a question? Does Victoria have a god too? I also gotta turn on my AC. Hold up. Victoria? Yes, I'm curious what the god of Victoria is like. Is he really petty? Does he get angry easily? You've been going around the village asking questions for days, but you don't talk about anything other than Yarragander's angry, and Yarragander has abandoned you. So I thought maybe faith to you is something that's colder, harsher. So far, it's so sweet. That's why you do garlic instead. That's a good smell. I do like garlic. I've been eating a lot of garlic recently, though. All the fish that I've eaten, I do garlic. So my apartment has, like, or at least my oven just smelled like garlic for a while. A smile appears on the girl's face. Her cheeks rise, and her voice is light and spry. I believe the god of Yarrag isn't like that. Yarragander is like the people of Yarrag, generous and kind. She doesn't get angry over cable cars and factories or light bulbs and books, and she won't throw a tantrum by causing a catastrophe and taking lives. Yarragander isn't petty like that. So far, you're so sweet. This background feels very reverse 1999. I think we talked about this the last time this one showed up. Heave ho, one more box, move over. All right, put it down. Oh, he got married! Newly married man. He did it! He did it! he married the girl down the hill. My dog. Oh, that means Harold gets to come visit. All right, put it down. You got room on your truck. We got another 15 barrels of Bird and Beast milk wine. Can you bring it with you? 15 barrels, You ought to keep it. Can't have a big bar like this and nothing for guests. The 3 great clans alone have donated plenty of stuff to the affected village, not to mention the local gentry. 2 barrels of wine more or less will make such a difference. I don't like to hear that. They can donate, but I can't. Who are you to decide whether they need it or not? Which of us has actually seen a catastrophe before? But that's too much. It's not. I know you're short on wine. Not only does wine keep people warm, it can also be used in medicine and even to disinfect wounds when necessary. That'd be crazy, dog. Catch me pouring Snoop Dogg wine on an open wound on my hands after I just cut myself. Imagine. If we had all this stuff back then, well, never mind. Anyway, you're taking it. No 1 barrel less, or I'll take it as you saying that I'm not one of you and I don't belong to Yarrag. Wait, that's not what I meant. And take it. Think of it as doing me a favor. You know how that father-in-law of mine's like. He's endured hardship all his life, but he's never been stingy when it comes to sharing with hungry people. Now move aside and let me put the cargo in. Just don't get in any trouble and make him even angrier. I still remember how he huffed and puffed when you proposed to his daughter. I thought he was a nice guy who just wanted to help. Turns out he was after my little girl Freya, he said. He said it and he was still mad, so he pulled out his cane. What are you lot chatting so excitedly about? Yo, Freya can get it. Honestly, I'm not surprised that he was wooed by her. Let's get to work. Dad and I just checked our stock. We still have about 2 truckloads of stuff, mostly dried meat and cheese, plus some butter and herbs. Good thing I caught you before you left, Crete. Need to tell Carlin Trade to send another truck here. Freya already got it. I know. But she doesn't like that guy that much, right? 2 trucks, you... I told you, Crete. Lisburn. I forgot his name. I remembered everything about him. Fine. Suit yourself. You're the only newlyweds I'd known who'd rather give away their whole storehouse before taking any gifts. It's a catastrophe, after all. It's never happened to Yarrag. No one knows how bad it is. But now is the time for us to work together and help each other. In Yarragander's name. In Yarragander's name. We'll work together and pull through. Skirt. Let's go back, Lisburn. The wind's getting stronger. I can't help but have a feeling. A feeling of what? A strange feeling that something's about to happen. Hey, don't worry about it. No, I must be overthinking it. Yeah, don't worry about it. Oh, he did come to visit! Let's go! Your intuition is as sharp as always. Not just a question mark. Wait, Harold, is this real? Am I dreaming? Harold, let's go! Well, that's certainly an honor. You still remember my name. Looks like you haven't forgotten the time we fought alongside each other. Please stop making fun of me. What brings you here? What else could it be? We've heard there's a spot of trouble in Yarag, so we came to offer some warmth as a good neighbor should. Wow, a whole truck of supplies. A truck? Take another look. Harold gestures behind himself, and Lisburn sees a long procession of vehicles bearing the Victorian crest, stretching as far as the eye can see. Some warmth, you say? Well, we're warmer than some other folk, to be sure. I love Harold. Whoa! Colombian ambassador. Damn! Damn! Colombia. Colombia, you know what? Colombia is pretty notorious for having really good NPC designs. But her in particular, look at the hair too. The blue inside part of the hair is really neat. Must emphasize our concerns regarding this matter, Mr. Silverash. We consider Carlin Trade a reliable partner and Yarag a respectable nation. We had hoped that the observation station would be the tip of the spear of our mutual understanding and cooperation. I have to say, at the moment, we're disappointed. I understand your excellency's concerns. Allow me to explain. Very fluffy ears, very grabbable. They almost look fake. They look like a headband that's like slouching over to the side. No, I don't need an explanation. We understand the unfortunate circumstances that have befallen Yarag, and we express our deepest sympathies. But that is no reason for Yarag mobs to attack innocent Colombian scientists. We're seeing verbal abuse of our scientists, promote hate and xenophobia. That's not good. But unsurprising, we did just see a lot of it firsthand. And is not exactly outlandish for the Arknights universe. We are outraged by Yarag's contempt for and violation of the safety of other people. Should your government continue to allow the situation to spiral out of control, the Colombian side will take action and ensure the safety of Rhine Lab's researchers by evacuating them in accordance with our treaty. Regarding the incident at the Rhine Lab observation station, Carlin Trade personnel have arrived on site and are working to de-escalate the conflict, preventing the situation from further deteriorating. As I understand it, there's been no injury to person or property. Should we thank our lucky stars, or that public sentiment has not yet reached a boiling point? Should we continue to trust in Yarag's ability to stabilize the situation, or should that public outrage dissipate overnight? The fireplace cracks, sending forth a wave of warmth, but there's no warmth on the faces in the room. The Colombian ambassador adjusts her posture and raps the table with her finger, speaking in a calm tone. We respect the professionalism, sincerity, and capability that Carlin Trade has demonstrated in the past. It has allowed our cooperation and scientific collaboration to progress safely up to this point. Now, however, the Colombia's best and brightest are in danger on your land, danger that they never should have found themselves in. Yarag needs to provide a solution, or at least demonstrate a will to resolve the situation. Whoa! Yo, this guy, the leopard print undershirt is great. Oh, well, all right, hold on. I didn't see what you were all about. I didn't see that was your whole flow. I'm sorry, man. crazy chin and hairline, Mr. Leopard Man. Your Excellency cannot ask so much of a developing country. Considering Yarag's current circumstances, I find Mr. Silverash's performance thus far quite impressive. Holy forehead, dude. S6 head, yeah, absolutely insane. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4 mouse cursors at least. He's matching what he's given from birth. Yeah, dude, the self-fulfilling prophecy here. I mean, to be fair, like if you wore like a tiger stripe shirt, it'd look a lot weird. A sniper's dream. It's catch this guy. He stands out like a sore thumb. Or did you mean because of the forehead? That's crazy. The Dragon Ball hairline. Stop. Oh my god, you're right. His ears seem so low, but also it's just it's so off-putting. Get out of my face, man. I see that Victoria shows great care for her neighbor. But of course, a kind neighbor should always be ready to lend a kind hand. Remember the prince of Victorian folklore who gave his golden crown to a foul beast in the snow. I gotta say, a quick observation that I have is, I feel like recent events, I feel like Arknights has really started to check a lot more boxes of animals that they have not introduced in some way as characters, or at the very least NPCs. Because we have, let's say we have leopard guy from this event, we have horseman from Unrealized Realities, we have you could even say skybox, you can say the lady, the dog lady, the borzoi from chapter 16. Like I feel like they're like trying to make sure that everything's accounted for. When are we gonna get like an actual gorilla dude? When are we gonna get Harambe in this game? Imagine just straight up gorilla monkey man. That'd be kind of tough. I don't think the rest of Terra would be too kind to that person, but I think it'd be cool though regardless. The man smiles with an expression of unnatural benevolence. He draws out a piece of paper from his pocket and unfolds it on the table. Overwatch crossover, stop, Winston. I hope they do another crossover soon. Those are fun. Here is a checklist for the first catch of humanitarian assistance. Food, blankets, medicine, spirits, sugar, salt. Team of doctors, 2 veteran peacekeeping squads. Exactly what Yarag needs right now. This is very generous. Yarag appreciates your kindness. Not mine. This is the kindness of the Empire of Victoria. Our prince had a heart of gold. He would give his prized sword in the same way he would offer gold and silver. It all depends on what you need and what manner of threat you face. Whose abode are you under? Yeah, like who? Prince? Is it? I don't think it'd be the deer guy, right? Well, if it's saying had, it's past tense. Yeah, who from Victoria would this guy be under then? At this point, I don't know. Victoria's a mess. Hope it's not Winchester or whatever his name is. Who's the guy with the multicolored eyes that you guys say doesn't have multicolored eyes? Wellington. There is no need to fear or worry. I'm sure you will make a decision that is satisfactory to all 3 sides of us. After all, survival is an art form in the snow realm. Is it not, Mr. Silverash? Gazes beckoning and questioning converge upon the piece of paper and on the silent young man. What are your thoughts, Mr. Silverash? And Siodes looks down at the pushed piece of paper and picks it up. Black and white, neat and clear. There's no deception. Even the names of the squad leaders are listed on the paper. A perfect show of sincerity and pomposity. I have no reason to refuse, do I? As you said, this is exactly what Yarag needs right now. The supplies will keep the people fed, and the doctors will help us win more battles against illness and death. As for trained soldiers, I'm sure I do not need to expound upon usefulness. To the question that was interrupted, Madam Ambassador, Yarag vowed to protect the safety of each and every researcher at the station when it was first established. That vow has not been broken. I'm not sure why you are so eager to reach the conclusion that Yarag has lost control of the situation. I wonder if he's still doing the thing where he clenches his fist. I feel like he has to, right? That's like his, that's his tell. And I do want to see him get his new drip. Him and Praminix both. The Vinebead Court and Carlin Trade will uphold our end of the bargain. May I ask you to continue to trust in Yarag's ability to deal with our own problems. As for whether the incident at the observation station was an accident or instigated by those with ulterior motives, I believe that time will tell. Very well, Mr. Silverash. I look forward to your show of competence. But I must remind you how important the project is to Columbia. We believe it to be of paramount significance to all of Terra. It's kind of interesting that this Colombian general person, or not general, but, you know, like Columbia Collective, I guess, better said, is getting involved here, as opposed to it just being like a Rhine Lab person. I know, obviously, in the events of like unrealized realities, her last smile for him is so cute. I agree. That why does the Eric arc get all the NPCs are just all so good? Like literally, they're just all so good. But no, I know there's a lot of overlap in the like public and private sector in Colombia post Lone Trail. It's interesting that they're sticking their nose in this project in particular. Maybe because it's on foreign land, they kind of have to. I guess I could see that. Therefore, the Colombian side will deploy any means necessary to protect our scientists and their findings. Any means necessary. Yeah, well, I guess next line. I think this is probably why for diplomacy. Make sure the NPC jail looks extra good for taunt reasons. Dude, it's not fair. It's not fair. Indeed, I too believe that the scientific exploration taking place in Nerag belongs to all of Terra. Listen, I'm a Victorian fan, but this guy just screams douche. Like, he just looks like an unlikable bad guy. Like you see a guy like this at the start of a movie and you're like, that's the bad guy. He just has bad guy vibes. He's not a likable looking person. The Empire of Victoria will do our part to maintain Nerag's stability. Of course. I'm sure we're all of one mind on this matter. Sun shines in through the window past the shoulder of the Colombian ambassador, upon the chest of the Victorian ambassador. Oh my god, it's a sniper. It's a sniper dot. Oh my god, Golf, you were right. I'm gonna get his ass. He stands up from his chair, his back perfectly straight. The discussion seems to have come to a close. Such a wise decision. It seems all of us have gotten what we wanted. This damn diplomacy shit. Phew. Sad, somber music for NCO days. Who does he turn to when he needs? Of course. I knew the answer to this question. I knew the answer to this question. Silver Ash has a long day. Who does he go home to see? None other than his boyfriend, with a smile on his face. Is the meeting over? How long have you been waiting? Half an hour. I made good use of it going through 4 reports while I was waiting. Take a seat. If you want a drink, help yourself. Thank you, but I've already helped myself to the tea that you kept on top of the shelf. It has been there for a little too long. They're just smiling. They're smiling at each other. Oh my god. Be played by Gary Busey in the live action of the event. Who's that? Is that just like generic bad guy? Yeah. Yeah, looks pretty bad guy. I think the smile doesn't do him any favors, unfortunately. It's a very teethy smile. I don't recognize what he's in though. Lethal Weapon maybe? That's old. Also, an unfortunate last name. The boys, now kiss. It's finally time to ask you, what's the situation at Rhine Lab? They have no insights into the catastrophe as expected. Our people demonstrated enough restraint. There weren't any real attempts at violence. Most satisfied themselves with deciding the Aragander as they held hands. But I noticed that there were a few people at the front who shouted the loudest, only to disappear into the crowd when they saw the soldiers. Are you concerned? I'm concerned that this may only be the first incident. The observation station is not the only place where conflict is happening. There have been protests and rallies in the domains of the other 2 clans, strikes at our factories as well. I'm dealing with it. So reliable. He's the face of the Ginger Dead Man. Is that a Christmas movie? Should we watch that this holiday season? You already know we're running back. We are running back the holiday movie watch parties. That was a lot of fun. Bluey, if you're here, you know we running it back. We watched so many last year. We're gonna watch at least as many this year. Anyway, Gnosis, I'm dealing with it. How reliable? Someone understands that they can use this catastrophe as a weapon. They know the power of the people's will. A trick that you've deployed before, but the weapon is not in your hand this time. You skipped the part where someone threw snow in your face. How'd you know? It's not important. It's the only thing that's unexpected. Did you expect Colombian Victoria to sit you down for a game of good cop, bad cop? Yes and no. The Colombians' attitude is aggressive, but at the end of the day, it's continued cooperation that they want. The most important thing for them is that the observation station delivers results. As for the Victorians, they're more anxious than we thought. I saw Harold's caravan. I'm sure he's wandering about the streets, telling neighborly stories with his old friends. His wandering should take him to Carlin Trade headquarters in another 20 minutes. Funny, isn't he a wandering medic? I suppose you've already signed and received the goods, and I don't suppose we had a choice. The pale roaches and brown tails will find out soon. As for how they'll take it, let's just say you should be prepared for the Tri-Clan Council. Getting cold feet. I'm used to it. This nonchalant attitude of yours is why people hate you so much. But not me, kiss me, he says, affectionately. Thank you for the compliment. At the end of the day, however, none of us expected this catastrophe to happen. You can act as unflappable as you like, but don't tell me this disaster hasn't actually fazed you. I don't think you're actually that thick. I know. With risk, however, comes opportunity. It's the first catastrophe that Yerag has seen in 1,000 years. Perhaps it's time for certain things that have lasted 1,000 years to change. And Siotis looks out the window. It started snowing again, covering the land of Yerag in white. The mountain winds continue to blow. They call it the breath of Yeragander, her messenger. How long is this event, by the way? Like word count wise? I don't know if it's said anywhere. But it seems at least pretty top heavy here, if nothing else. Getting cold feet because you're wearing Crocs in the snow. That's kind of a mood though, you know. The mountain winds continue to blow. They call it the breath of Yeragander, her messenger. It walks every inch of Yerag, bringing all its sounds back to her ears. She will tell right from wrong, good from evil, friend from foe, piety from falsehood, medicine from poison, and mirth from tears. She will pass judgment. There's one other thing that you should know. The avalanche caused by the catastrophe destroyed the train station at the foot of the mountain. Strangely and fortunately, there were fewer people inside the station than expected. It was only in later interviews that we learned that someone had shouted about a bomb at the station, causing the crowd to flee. Well, that was the Rhine Lab employee who changed the... What was her name? Another cool NPC design. 67... 965 words. How does that compare to... Someone of hers? Someone of hers was 50? Yeah, someone of hers was 50. Okay. It is like a pretty... It's like a conclusion story, right? What's good, Stormy? How you doing? Happy Monday. Who? We don't know yet. But the researcher who disappeared from Rhine Lab remains unaccounted for. If they are one and the same, then she should not have cleared the borders of Yerag when the catastrophe occurred. She should still be somewhere in the realm. I see. You're the only one I can count on for this gnosis. Find this woman without triggering a response from Rhine Lab. You're finally starting to look serious. Shouldn't I ask why? You'll learn soon enough. But ideally, one should not have to rely on trick plays in the game of chess. Ooh. Ooh. Alright, Mio. Alright, on to OS2 after. Lovely Neighbors, this one's called. I see it. Certainly quite lovely neighbors. Ramonix! Ramonix, when are you getting your new drip? When the winter nights were long and there was no food to be found, she walked into the forest to look for seeds. No, not this one either. The word catastrophe doesn't even exist in the old Yeragi language. Is it Yeragi? That's the first time we've heard that term, Yeragi. The old Yeragi language. Is it not possible that we truly have never been struck by a catastrophe before? Or maybe the ancient people couldn't tell catastrophes from normal disasters and mix their records with others. The snowmelt flooded fields and pasture. The crops fell to an untimely winter tide. No, none of these sound like catastrophe.
I remember there's another story that she used to tell. When the cold winter night froze, the heart of Carlin, the enemy from afar, came across the ice. The warrior stood vigil with weapon in hand. At dusk, he saw a terrifying abomination in the mirror-like ice, Radsoren. The warrior ran back to his clan to warn the others, but...
Is Adso the old man? I think it is.
No one but the warrior could see the creature. Nobody believed his words, and so the warrior began to live in fear.
Elder Adso, when did you...
Yeah, this guy. Like, I don't care. I don't like old people. But this sprite is still pretty good. Like they continue to deliver high quality NPC sprites.
I came after morning prayers. I did not wish to disturb you, so I remained quiet. But I could not resist the urge to speak when you recited a familiar section of the scriptures.
Oh, holy people. Am I right? Holy people.
I apologize for disturbing you.
It's alright, I just thought you were still handling matters of court.
The light is dim. From Enya's vantage point, sitting on a high ladder, the great elder's robe seemed to blend into the color of the floor. She cannot see his expression.
You must be very busy after taking over as great elder. Is everything going well?
You think too highly of an old man like me, great saintess. I have spent most of my life here in the Wall of Writings, and I hardly ever step out of the Vine Bead Court, not to mention dealing with matters of court.
Look at his smile.
My only claim to this position is my age, and apart from that, I can only do my best.
You're doing your best, old man, but whatever. You did what after morning prayers? He came after morning prayers. Oh my god, good catch. That's crazy. He did too much information, buddy.
You're too modest. I haven't had many chances to speak to you, but I understand that you are a man of great learning.
You flatter me. The more I study the tomes, the more conscious I am of my own ignorance. We all are, compared to her. But I heard that you had been studying the scriptures for 2 days and nights without rest, so I came to see if I could share the burden.
It's good timing. I also have some questions that I would like to discuss with you.
Why is her sprite not on the screen? She closes the scroll and climbs down. The old wooden ladder creaks as it faithfully connects... Oh, because she was up on a ladder, okay? Creaks as it faithfully connects knowledge in high places in the silent ground. Welcome back, Praminix. You looking up? That's disgusting. What's good, Clockworks? How you been? Welcome in. I said the same thing. I can't believe it. I can't believe they do that. They couldn't add 35 more words. Make it a nice even 68. And he walks out from among us, the bookshelves with scrolls in her arms, sitting down by the spacious table that is already covered in open scrolls.
This is what I've compiled over the past 2 days. I searched for any and all records of unusual disasters in Yarrick, but I have yet to find any evidence of a catastrophe ever having occurred in our borders. And I still haven't been able to find an explanation as to why this catastrophe chose this moment to strike, when there have been nothing particularly unusual about this year's winter.
But where's your girlfriend? Where's your girlfriend, though? The girl looks up from the scrolls to the great elder. However, the old man seems uninterested in the scriptures lying before him. He bows his head, squinting with the sagged eyelids that lie below his white hair.
You do not seem to approve of the studies that I have pursued.
No, I dare not be so impudent.
Yeah, the last great elder was pain in the ass. He was causing problems. At least you know your place, man. Stay in line. Stupid old man. You saw what happened to the last guy. You want to be poisoned and basically bleeding out for 3 years or something. Old Khajiit man's been suffering for a very long time. I thought they off-screened him. I didn't know he was just bedridden and hospitalized from that poison this entire time. That's crazy.
You are seeking the truth of the catastrophe, the massive thing that has descended before us, the fear incarnate. Like digging a path through a mountain or building a bridge over a river, your actions are undoubtedly logical. But to search the entirety of Yarrick's history, every little tribulation within the fragments, it is an ordeal akin to searching for a grain of salt in the snow by candlelight.
I don't know. I feel like a big event like that probably would be easy to find. I had where and they hated before. True. Right as that trend was starting too.
Khajiit swears, if you have coin.
I'm not afraid of ordeals. I must find an explanation for this catastrophe. I must. Yeah, lock in, Enya. We love you.
I understand. You worry for Yarag and take pity on those affected by the disaster, and I can feel there is some other anxious emotion driving you. But perhaps this anxiety has made you short-sighted.
Who are you to talk shit about the Saintess, bro? Ain't that your superior? I'm so confused. Because this happened with the last one too. I thought she was above them. But they act all high and mighty. All hoity-toity. You know?
I never asked you in private, Great Elder Odso. What do you think of this catastrophe that has struck Yarag?
I must admit that my knowledge is shallow and unable to explain the reason behind this catastrophe, but I agree with what you said a few days ago. Yaragander never promised her people that they would be safe from the threat of catastrophe. Indeed, Yaragander has never made any promises to her people. On the contrary, the scriptures often emphasize that we must not validate her existence through miracles. We also believe in her because we believe she is good and she embodies all that is good. We follow her way such that we can be our better selves.
It is true. I mean, listen, their religion does at least have some merit compared to others.
I agree with you, but I fear the public will not respond well to such an interpretation.
Indeed, reason and insight are a pair of golden shoes that will take you far, but only if your feet can fit them. The day may come when your path of truth is validated, but it is not today.
Then what do we do?
What do we do? That is a question I do not have an answer for. But you were reciting the story of Radsorn. Let us continue.
The book on the table records a conflict that occurred over water sources. It is an old story, a common refrain in many civilizations. The Great Elder reaches out and pulls out another book from under it. Never heard the scheming of the king's evil viziers. It's a punk, though. Listen. Backstabbing motherfuckers. I say we kill all the old people.
Yeah. Yeah, that'll teach them. We put a hard age cap on... We put a hard age cap on positions of power. Wait, that's actually a good idea. Anyway. Dust intertwines with the scent of charcoal from the fireplace, like a piece of amber hovering in the air. Yo, dust. What's that feel like? And I'll intertwine like that.
The warrior searched far and wide for a way to fight the monster, but even Yaragander could not help the warrior kill a monster that could not be seen. And so she led the warrior back to the frozen lake, and she spoke to him, saying, "The others cannot fight the monster, for they do not see it. Only you may find the way to defeat it."
Capital D dust too. Yeah, dude. Well, like straight from the birth certificate. I can't believe it.
The warrior was enlightened. The heart of Carlin began to melt, and winter was driven out by spring. Yaragander granted her people the final blessing. Her tears froze the enemy, becoming 3 eternally frozen peaks.
Forgot that was an emote. Oh, it's with an uppercase D too.
The first story of the Book of Home in the Yaragander. It has been subject to various interpretations by scholars of generations. The heart of Carlin likely refers to Lake Silbernahers, and some believe that this warrior, who heeded the words of Yaragander, was the very archetype of the saintesses. Opinions differ on the enemy that came across the ice. As for the monster that could not be seen,
Radsorn, a word that has long lost its true meaning, one of Yarag's most famous bedtime stories. Parents tell this story to children who refuse to go to sleep before tucking them back in. The name is so widespread that most people have forgotten that Radsorn was not an incantation or meaningless babble, but a word with a clear, specific meaning.
Many words lose their meaning over time. At one point, Radsorn was believed to be a lone sword that came to Yarag 1,000 years ago, of the same origin as the word catastrophe.
Hold on, did we hear Radsorn before? What was the term in chapter 16 that they were talking about a lot? Maybe it was something else. No. What was the name of the guy, that NPC dude that died? The one that looked over Vitochki. I forgot his name. I'm getting like similar vibes though. Also in the cold tundras.
If I recall correctly, your work in the Hall of Writings involved decoding and translating imported words that have lost their original meanings.
Yuridsvo. Yes, okay, thank you.
Research that has fortunately borne fruit.
Actually, speaking of chapter 16, that was a while ago now, right? Wasn't it? Wasn't it like is at least a couple months ago at this point? When the hell did Vitochi come out? When was the chapter 16? When was my chapter 16 reaction video? Chapter 16. It's in March. Hey, it almost has 1,000 views. Someone go watch it. It has 999 views. Someone go watch my chapter 16. It was in March, so that was 5 months ago. So are we due for a new main story soon? Or maybe soon's in like air quotes, but like the Ami CG still run free in my head. Dude, the Aura one, that one was so good. It was so good. Dude, I truly we met our quota, our quota of Amiya hype moments in Aura, but it delivered regardless. But yeah, so are we getting it? I don't mind asking this because it helps me plan things, especially if we're gonna start Suri. But is there a new main chapter out on CN? Like within the next 6 months, will we get another main story chapter? Or not yet? Because I think you guys have said that there's 1 or 2 events in the next 6 months that I will be reading right away. Yes? Okay, cool. Exciting then. Because we're gonna do the same thing. We'll stream day of and get to read, and same thing that we did for did we do it for 15? I think we are caught up for 15 and 16. So get the answer to how many events until next chapter. Yeah, actually I'll take that. I'll take number of events and then number of events that I will be interested in, because maybe we'll swap. Maybe we actually will do Sirakusano before, depending on the amount of time that we have. But also, we're slowly getting through this story. So 2 events and a rerun plus 2 game mode events. Oh, that's kind of soon then. Okay, that's like a couple months. It's like October. October, maybe November. October into November. Halloween. Halloween's in 2 months, actually.
Research that has fortunately borne fruit. The word radsorn has 2 parts: the short stopped syllable rad and the stiff sibilant syllable sorn.
Wow, good. Truly brilliant. Fireplace flickers as the Great Elder draws a line across the page with his finger, leaving a crease of shadow that fades away in a second, cutting in half a mysterious abomination, the likes of which has never been seen before.
The word sorn is not hard to understand. It translates roughly to something terrifying or unknown monster. It comes from old Ursine dialect spoken... Ursine! Dialects spoken in Yerag, which are still used by some of the older generation. It serves as the anchor for our exploration. Rad comes from the Victorian, sharing an etymology with the word radlith, which means blind or short-sighted. 5 centuries ago, a famous playwright from County Hillock, too, oh my god, penned a word in his play The Rose of Shah.
Radlith, which means unseeable, a place of darkness.
Yes, so you've seen the manuscript and the comments on it. Unfortunately, I was young at the time I left those comments and my knowledge deficient. I had pored over many pages in the years that followed, which granted me sufficient knowledge to discover and address the errors of my past.
The room is silent except for the sound of pen writing on paper, soft as the sound of a tiny bug crawling across the page. The word reads Radsorn, the 2 etymologically different roots separated from each other with a circle around Rad.
It is indeed a place that is unseeable, a place of darkness that one cannot discover on one's own. It means the heart.
And the meaning of Radsorn is the terrifying thing in the heart of man. Exactly. The warrior saw his inner demons upon the lake. Oh my god, the voices. The voices. The interest list. 1, not yet. 2, gameplay. 3, rerun. 4, very interested. 5, game mode. 6, main story. Damn. If there's a gambling or stronghold protocol, we'll do it. I got one line here. I went to search the term only for them to explain it right away. Sometimes they do kind of dissect stuff, but other times they're just like, yeah. How does it feel? How does it feel to get next line? I'm so interested in the very interested one though. I can't believe that. No shot. Anyway, bro saw his voices. Others cannot see it because no one else can know your own fears, and Yarrigander was powerless as well, because the only thing that can defeat one's inner demons is oneself. Both, I'm so excited then. I love the gambling streams are so fun. they're just very loud. they're very loud and there's a lot of yelling. But the gambling mode is fun. And then depending on how they do the stronghold, be interested to see, because I liked the first stronghold, but the co-op one was also pretty cool. What is truly terrifying is not the disaster that we can see and feel, but the monsters in our hearts.
You are wise, Saintess. The sages realized this 1,000 years ago. Now this catastrophe that has struck Yarag is also a rad sword which only Yarag can see.
But now there is no Yarrigander to lead the lost warrior.
Why do you say so? Yarrigander could not help the people fight their inner demons, for she is absolutely good, without the flaws of man. The darkness that clouds the people's hearts does not exist in her. So she chose a saintess from among the mortals and bestowed upon her the power to fight Radsorn. Only she is always at Yarrigander's side. The snow washes her eyes, her piety judged by ice. She hears the guidance of Yarrigander and cherishes the love of the people.
PC Klein soon, really soon. Thank God. Thank God. Thank God.
Only she can dig open ice and soil and make a path for the people of Yarrag out of their heart's maze, such that Yarrigander will return to us. That is what the people of Yarrag have believed for centuries. Only the Saintess may atone on their behalf, on behalf of the children of Yarrigander.
The Great Elder places his hands on his knees and bows his head in an imploring gesture. The Saintess of the Vinebead Court sits on the other side of the candle. The flame flickers and the wick grows long. You are proposing a pilgrimage.
It is time for the noon prayers. I'm afraid I must take my leave, Saintess.
One moment, Elder Adso.
Saintess.
Look at his face. The weird smirk. Something you said caught my attention. You said Yarrigander has never made any promises to her people, and that she does not rely on miracles to demonstrate her existence to her believers. Do you believe that Yarrigander doesn't exist? Accusations.
No. Of course Yarrigander exists. Look at our bodies, our faces, and hear our own language. Every tree and grass, rock and brick in Yarrag is proof of Yarrigander's existence. Of course, some hope for a divine spectacle from our god to affirm their own faith. But if a god truly stood before us answering our every call, what need would remain for faith? This is the first thing that every believer should know. For you to bring this up now,
She was testing you, bro. Why'd you spin it on her? Well, what's his deal? Yo, he Uno reverse carded that like crazy. Why? Huh? I knew I shouldn't trust this old prick. Go back to my previous statement. Kill all the old people. Never mind. I misspoke. The old man silently bows and leaves. He disappears through the door like a speck of dust brushed off a page. Good riddance, honestly.
There's a first draw 4, dude. Yeah, it's crazy. Absolutely insane. He was literally like, of course I believe her. Why would you ask that? Are you is like what? Insane. Hey, look, all 3 of them are in the same room. I see you've beaten me here. Did the 2 of you summon me to discuss disaster relief? What the hell is this, Enciodes? Arktos tosses a package bearing the Victorian crest on the table. A supply package containing a day's ready-to-eat rations, as well as emergency medicine. Don't play the fool. I'm asking, why are there so many Victorians in Yerag at a time like this? Their reporters are babbling all over the place. Soldiers dressed in workers' garb everywhere. I saw more Victorians than burden beasts on my way here. Don't tell me you don't know about this. I'm well aware that Carlin Trade has been handing this stuff out. The Vinebead Court never enacted a ban on Victorians entering Yerag. Besides, Victoria's help has been substantial in our present situation. What would it do to Yerag's international reputation if we rejected a country's assistance for no reason at a time like this, let alone expelling our visitors? Some bloody help. Do you think we can't overcome this catastrophe on our own without those hypocrites pretending to be good neighbors? Hey, good neighbors. The teacup on the table ripples, sending part of its contents splashing onto the wooden surface. It faintly reflects the heads of the 3 clans, like 3 mountains of differing heights. Besides, what kind of help can the Victorians bring? Oh, I remember. That man Harold helped, didn't he? Hey, dude, listen here, deadbeat dad. You can't talk shit about Harold. Harold's cool. Drinking with our people, chatting them up, going into the pens, treating the beasts and delivering new fowls. He made the burden beasts fat and plump. Listen, man, you spent half the last event drunk too. Drunk or begging for forgiveness. Truly your weakest hour. People say he's a Victorian, but he's not a bad guy. And what happened? What did he do at Lake Silbernahers? Here I thought you were supposed to be the smart one, Enciodes, but you couldn't even learn that lesson. I'm telling you, no matter what the Silver Ashes and Browntails think, not one Victorian will set foot on Pale Roach land from this day forth. I don't care about your political goals or international reputation. Won't let the Victorians have their way on Yerag's soil. Calm down, Arktos. Are we gonna fight amongst ourselves before we deal with the foreigners? Then, what do you think, Ratodos? Fireplace continues to crackle. Ratodos's voice is calm. Dark rings around her eyes, showing the toll that the past few days have taken on her. This time I'm with Arktos. You dealt with the Victorians the most. You know their ways, especially at a time like this. Victoria does not show kindness to Yerag for no reason. The aid could turn into a poison pill at any time. All the chaos we've seen over the past few years, a part of it had nothing to do with foreigners. You, of all people, should understand the risks. I completely agree, Ratodos. But we must not forget that while stagnation may be the least risky course of action at present, it is also the surest way to doom. Sending people at a time like this, Victoria's testing us. They are hoping that we will fall apart on our own. It has taken so long and so much for Yerag to finally see the results of reform. To close our doors again at this junction would be to lay waste to all that we've done over the years. You're set on dealing with the Victorians? You have my word. Carlin Trade has taken responsibility for establishing contact with other nations. We will handle Yerag's relationship with Victoria. And he fumbled Tatiana, which is a crime in 89% of Terra. Honestly, dude, I'd argue even more. Dude, the fact that they showed us her sprite at the end just to rub salt in his wound, oof, deserved. Absolutely gorgeous, madame. Thank you for reminding me of her. Someone needs to send her sprites in Discord so we can pin them and start a shrine to Leto's mom. And Leto too. I do like Leto. Leto's a lot of fun. How can you be so sure? As you said, Victoria has never given up on exploiting us. Have they ever succeeded, though? That look again. Like you're always in control, always sure of yourself. Yerag is changing, not just the changes that you've brought about, but also the changes brought about by catastrophe and by progress.
Nothing stays the same forever. That's true of your past successes too. Little op record show who she's hanging out with now. That's crazy. What do you mean? Is it the doctor? How long is that op record? Maybe we'll read it at some point. We'll definitely have to. I mean, once we finish all the stories, we're gonna do a spinner wheel and we're just gonna read all the operator records that we haven't read yet. Or maybe we'll reread some. I'll have a lot of time to work on people's trust, I suppose. Did I read this line? Nothing stays the same forever. That's true of your past successes too. And it's true of the great powers' lofty perch. By Eragander, I hope you know what you're doing. In the distance, the evening prayer bell tolls at the vine bead chord echoing amongst the pillars. Sir Enciodes, the Saintess requests your presence in the Hall of Lectures. The Saintess? Oh? 2,448 words? Are you checking it on Story Reader? Because does the Story Reader still do, or does the new Story Reader do an estimate? Actually, I need to pin the new Story Reader in Discord too. But does the new Story Reader do an estimate for how long the read is? Because I think it's 11 minutes. Timo says. Okay, so I think it's generally like a 2 to 2.5x when reading it out loud on stream. So that's not too bad then. It seems we'll have to continue this conversation another day. Even if we have not reached an accord, do not forget it was the decision of the Vinebead Court to open up Yarag to foreign dialogues. To cross the line now is to defy the Vinebead Court and the Saintess herself. That's true. You did make it so that would be the case. Don't try to keep my head down with some tough words. But remember this, my eye is open and I won't allow anyone to do anything that will harm this land. There's no length I won't go to protect Yarag. You remember, Sir Enciodes, that your decisions affect more than just your domain and your company. This whole nation will be affected. I hope Yarag will not pay the price for your pride. No one can make Yarag pay as long as our people remain united. Excuse me. Arctos still doesn't know about the about their little underground project, right? I think they're still keeping his ass in the dark. Your visitors here, Saintess. Wait at the door. Do not allow anyone to enter without my permission. Yes, Saintess. Yo! Yo, Premnix looks so small here. I feel like her sprite takes up a lot of room. So she has a lot of like stage presence basically. Anytime she's on the screen, she takes up a lot of room. Silver Ash himself is just very tall. So he takes up a lot of room that way and he wears a big jacket. Yeah, Premnix looks kind of small right there. Can Cliffheart show up too, man? Come on, they deserve it. For what purpose do you summon me? And do you summon me, Saintess? If you erase her tail, she's very, very tiny. Yeah, exactly. The tail takes up a lot of room. Nothing important. I just realized that it has been some time since your presence last graced the Hall of Lectures. An interesting looking room. Just like with all capitalism, if you and the other shoppers are united, no store can make you pay. True. Huzzah! If I am being charged with impiety, then I have no defense. I will come to hear your lectures each week, once the current crisis has passed. I know you are a busy man, but I have rarely seen you so fatigued. I take it the matters at hand have been troubling. I'm sure you understand that people have been restless in the aftermath of the catastrophe. There's much to be done. I already love the scene. Even if they end up bickering at each other, the fact that she opened this dialogue in private as well is really nice. But the Vinebead Court will only grow busier. Take care. Enciodes gestures under his eyes with his finger. Enya sees it but says nothing. The fire burns bright in the fireplace, its warmth reaching the eyebrows and noses of the Silver Ash siblings, warming their pale and alike complexions. They are not looking at one another but towards a solemn statue. I saw Arktos today. He looked out of sorts as he greeted me. Even Ratotos did not seem her normal self. It won't be the first time the three of you have fought, but a situation like this I haven't seen in a long time. What happened? Temporal matters that you need not worry yourself about. And please tell me, what are the temporal matters that trouble Yarag? Is it the Victorians? Yes and no. They immediately sent a large relief effort to Yarag as soon as news of the catastrophe got out. The Colombians also learned about the incident at the observation station and threatened to send troops to protect and evacuate their scientists. They are paying close attention to this catastrophe, each for their own reasons. Girl's 80% fluff. I have to like map it out on like Microsoft Paint or something, like do an outline of her body and her tail and get her hitboxes down. So they understand Yarag better than we think. They know well what this catastrophe means to Yarag. The politicians smell chaos and see it as a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to extend their influence into Yarag. We know that Victoria has been doing far more within our borders for a long time. They have simply stopped trying to hide it. I have a good guess as to who is behind Victoria's movements. Her plot is not hard to decipher. It is simply the instincts of a politician. If I was in her shoes, I'd agree it would be but another chess piece to move. You know I don't like it when you get like that. I apologize, I spoke out of turn in this holy place. Why do you keep putting yourself in the plotter's seat, treating everything around you as chess pieces or bargaining chips? You enjoy games like this?
It's because, he's just like, what's his name? Ayana Koji. Everyone is just a pawn to him, right? Delphi mentioned, I lie, you shut your mouth. It's the Duke of Castor. But imagine, I long for the days that Delphine reaches the grand scale once again. One day, when Delphine Altar becomes a thing. Just you wait. This is our reality, one that florid words cannot conceal. If we want to be strong, independent, even sit as equals with the great powers at the same table, then we must play by the same rules. Is this the most absurd part of it? Yarag is not the only country that preaches virtue and goodness. These politicians too play the part of leaders and teachers in their own country. They are hypocritical and deceitful, but they teach their people to be honest and sincere. They are avaricious and insatiable, but they teach their people to be gentle and kind. I ask then, Sir Ensiodes, are the virtues that I preach to the people of Yarag as saintess, and the tenets of the scriptures all lies and nonsense to you? Enya. Oh, we called her Enya instead of saintess. The fire flickers as a charred piece of wood snaps in two. The name buried for so many years is once again uttered by a silver ash. Aww. Sir Ensiodes, would you have come to me today if I did not summon you with the authority of the saintess? Damn. Yarag faces an unprecedented crisis. One wrong step and we may never recover. We need unity more than ever, and the authority of the saintess is crucial at a time like this. I see you finally recognize the importance of faith to our people. I never denied it. Faith in Yaragander is fundamental to us. We cannot even begin to talk about this land without it. Yes, more than one person has said as much to me. But when we view faith from the perspective of gain and loss, have we really paused to think if our history, free from the threat of catastrophe, was a mere coincidence? There is no point in discussing whether it is a miracle or not. What happened, happened. The only thing we can do now is to calm the people. On this, at least, we are in agreement. It's not an easy thing. Then I shall begin my pilgrimage as saintess. Damn, so she is actually doing the pilgrimage. And a husband named Shearer. Now, Shearer's going to be half rock, but he will be playable. He'll just look like a clicker from The Last of Us. Delphine Altar, but nothing changes, but she has two hats. Are they on top of each other or one on each ear? Because I don't know if you guys noticed the the similarities between Swire and Delphine both wearing a hat only on one ear. Swire Altar has a really big hat. that covers both ears. But if Delphine Altar has a second hat, maybe it's just on the other ear. She's gonna end up being like Machikantan Hoiza from Musume and just cut holes in it for her ears.
What? I set out early tomorrow morning. The news will be known all across Yareg by dusk. Was this the Vinebead Court's decision? It was my decision. The pilgrimage takes place in spring or autumn. Has a pilgrimage ever taken place in the middle of winter? Has a catastrophe ever occurred in Yareg?
Why doesn't your crown cover one ear? It kind of does. If I had animal ears, it would be only on one ear. Like if I had like horse or cat ears. I had a cat ear toggle at one point. I got to set up all my toggles again with the new Stream Deck setup. I only have like half of them because of the less space. But I do have this. I haven't used these eyes in forever. I was just reminded of them recently. I only put them on thumbnails. Should use them more often. Very like sparkle Honkai Star Rail. I use this one a lot though. This one's pretty good.
We don't have time. You know how dangerous this is. Of course I do, but how else do we calm the people's fear of catastrophe? How do we make them believe that Urigander will forgive their transgressions? There will be no companion, no temporal possessions, no carriages, no rest. The saintess shall circle the land of Yareg on foot, atoning for the sins of all people and praying for Urigander's forgiveness.
Sounds like a shitty job, bro. You gotta walk 10,000 miles.
Terrible. It will take 3 months if all goes well. More than one saintess has died on the journey.
Don't do it.
And why do you... Brother?
The young woman pauses for a moment, then continues, like the snow melting into a river, flowing down the peaks of Matterhorn. They are surrounded by warmth like those winter afternoon naps they took together when they were children. The distant shadows of the past returning and trying to find the children who have grown up, find traces of the past on their faces. As Enya of Clan Silver Ash, I never forgave the choice that you made. Damn.
As the Saintess of Yareg, however, I'm glad that there is still something I can do. I know, it is not just the guidance of faith that Yareg needs. Indeed, misunderstandings about faith have hindered us for too long. The changes that you brought about, the factories, the railways, the trade, and the station that watches the sky are all things that can lead our people out of the prison of the mind. Yareg needs change. You must not stop. What I must do is to convince the people that what is happening is not because they did anything wrong, that there is salvation from their sufferings.
So the scene is really nice. I could tell like frame one that it was gonna be good.
There is only one salvation in the minds of the people, and only one capable of carrying the burden. I must fulfill my duty as Yareg Saintess.
So you about to get your new drip then?
You summoned me to inform me of your decision. Of course, I'm not asking for your opinion. You cannot stop me, nor do you have any reason to. I leave the matters of the three clans back to themselves while I am away from the Vinebead Court. Please make the necessary preparations to avoid any trouble. And take care of Encia while I'm away. Don't leave her in fear.
Oh, let her go with you, bro. Come on.
Encia isn't a child anymore. She won't be so easily frightened.
But she'll worry.
I'm more concerned about. It's getting late, Sir Enciodes. You should go and make preparations.
You can't even let him... You cut him off. You can't even let him say... Insane. All right, hold on. While we're on the screen... No companions, but she can just like tag along, right? All right, so no, we're not counting her hair and we're not counting her tail. So she's got... I think I counted a little bit of her hair. she is pretty small. Yes, she is kind of small. Her hair and tail take up so much space on the screen. Damn. You couldn't let him say that he was worried about you. Is this an order to leave? If you've understood it, you should act on it. Oh. As you bid, I take my leave. Man. Anciotes bows reverently to the Saintess and exits, as he has done so many times before. Man. What the hell? This brat again? Molly, wait for me. The ball hits the wall of the farmhouse and bounces back to the feet of the boy, who waves at the girl trying to catch up to him. You guys playing wall ball? Damn, I haven't played wall ball in a minute. I would love to play some wall ball. Come on, you're always so slow. He kicks the ball several meters away. The girl grumbles and chases after it. They're not playing wall ball. Lame. The children are getting some rare free time. In this foothill village with only a couple dozen households, the children, whose parents are too busy to watch, are playing in the center of the village. They're about to fucking die, bro. Local cleric. As you know, the Saintess has begun a pilgrimage for our people. This village is her final stop before she ascends the mountain. Remember what I told you. Change into a clean clothes and do not disturb the Saintess when you see her. Am I clear? Will the Saintess really be able to summon Yaragander back to us, Father? My wife is working in the city, and I haven't heard from her since the disaster. People in the nearby villages say Sir Anciotes has put a blockade around the scene, and no one knows what's happening. Do not worry, Bower. This is exactly why the Saintess is embarking on our journey. Yaragander will not abandon any of her children. But all of us here in this village have already been abandoned, haven't we? Damn. None of the young folk have been willing to stay on the farm since Carlin Trade started their business. Let me tell you, if Bower didn't go lame when he was little. Damn. I find it funny that they always use the sprite with the bird, but no one ever mentions it. I was thinking the same thing. Even in CGs, the bird's there. Like, the bird is at the dinner table. It's just the elephant that no one addresses. They just know he chill, I guess. Bird kind of chill like that. Hey, is this all you have to say when the father and I have been taking care of you since your son left for the city? Sorry, it was the cleric guy. And I haven't heard a peep from him since the disaster. I'll be damned if I got anything else to say. All right. Let's not argue in the Saintess's presence. Bower, you should go check on old Carl. He said he wanted to catch a glimpse of the Saintess, even if he had to crawl on all fours. Help me talk him out of... I see the Saintess, Father. She'll be here soon. What? It's much sooner than I expected. All right, let's go wait by the roadside and brighten your faces. A few dozen villagers line the roadside, turning their faces to the distance from which the Saintess is approaching. The cleric averts his eyes subconsciously, nervously rubbing his palms with his fingers. He was assigned to this village by the Vinebead Court 20 years ago and has never seen the Saintess outside of portraits. The footsteps approach. He focuses his entire attention on his facial muscles, hoping to leave a good impression on the Saintess. She's not going to look at you. Maybe nobody can see the bird, like how Miss Christine can disappear. That's another story we have to do. We have to do Act or Die. That'd be a good one to as a little break as well. Maybe post Sui we do Act or Die. I don't know. Many options. There's still a lot of like random side event stories that we can do. Dog, he's not gonna notice you. Or she's not gonna notice you. Bam! Oh! Allie, you fool, look what you've done. What the blast, I forgot about you two. Are you alright, Saintess? They kicked the ball at her? Molly, come and apologize to the Saintess. I'm sorry, Saintess. Ah! Look at her coat! Cute! It's alright, just a ball. It didn't hurt at all. Look how much space she takes up now! Look at her jacket! It's so cute! Oh my god. And the little smug. I still have to continue the ritual. Can you go home? Are your parents here? Saintess. Mom and Dad died a long time ago. My home's the temple. Sister's flabbergasted. 300% floof, bro. It's just Yara's just been collecting her sheddings all this time, so it's just made of her own hair and tail fur. So it's very cozy and smells like her. What's good, Shy? How you doing? Actor Die was actually really good. Even as the biggest Tragodia hater, the story was fun. Everyone says it was good. I didn't realize it was that good. Must be super expensive. They've just been accumulating it over the years. Don't worry. They just stretched the coat to cover her hair outline or nobody would recognize her. It's true, yeah, she's is like the same size as the other sprite. It's very cute. Very cute. I'll go home then, father. Under the breath, go. I'll have you copying scriptures if you cause any more trouble. Sob. I deeply apologize, Saintus.
How many children like him are there in the village?
I've taken in 9. Some are orphans, while the others were entrusted to me by their parents who went to the cities to find work. But we haven't heard from them since the disaster.
Saintus, do you know what's happening with this disaster? When can my wife come back?
No one cares about your wife, bro. For real, what's this guy all about his wife? You know? Why does he care? Why does he care so much about his wife? Just kidding, I love my wife. What did I tell you, Bauer?
Has Yaragander really abandoned us?
Enough!
She would never do that. In these days of hardship, we must remember, believe, and trust that she is kind and just.
It scared the shit out of me. Oh my god. Jumped out of my seat. Emergency funds for their organization. What organization are you talking about? What are you talking about here? Their Yuri organization?
I will do my best so that your prayers and the prayers of all of Yarag will be heard by her once again. Please trust me in Yaragander's name.
By Yaragander, she will protect us and protect the Saintus. After a moment of silence, the villagers bowed their heads together behind the cleric in a gesture of reverence. They half chosen to believe. The Saintus nods and departs again. The snowy peaks in the distance await. There's some long stories, guys. Crazy. It's 2 hours and we only did OS 2. I realized that now that we're not seeing multiple at the same time, where we don't actually need the spoiler Mio, but I will pull her up again just for everyone's enjoyment one more time. But let's do OS 3 and we'll see where that takes us. All right, where are we? OS 3 before we got Among Snowy Shrubs. Among Us. Forgot the lobby music does bang. Madam Ratotos, I bring a message from my master regarding the meeting of the 3 clans a few days ago. The Pale Roach's stance towards the outsiders is firm. We can never be too careful regarding the faithless. We must be even more vigilant now, with the Saintus out on pilgrimage, and state affairs deferred to the 3 clans. My master does not think ill of Sir Enciodes, but is it true that Clan Silverash has been too close to the Victorian? It is true that Clan Silverash has been too close to the Victorians. You do not know if he has other intentions. My master has chosen to communicate with you, as he sees you as a woman who has always upheld Yarrick's traditions. He's happy to meet with you in person. If you have any thoughts you would like to share. Are you finished? I was gonna say, bro's yapping like crazy. Ritotos always keeps it real. Out of respect for Arktos, please bring this message back to him. I don't know if Arktos is harboring a grudge because the catastrophe occurred on Pale Road soil, and I don't care. But at the last meeting, we reached the conclusion that none of us should make a move without direction from the Vinebead Court. While the Saintus is absent, the best thing we can do for the nation is to take care of our own business and avoid causing more issues. That will be all. This guy.
I see there's no avoiding these issues. I apologize, but this little thing is no cause for concern. Let us return to the topic at hand. Long-term cooperation between premium Victorian clothing brands and Clan Browntail. No, wait. With all due respect, Madam Browntail, I'm afraid this is not an issue I can ignore. If the people of Yarag are so hostile to Victoria, how are we to believe that any cooperation can last? Our 3 clans may have our differences, but I am the sole representative of Clan Browntail. You may take my word on that.
Where's Cirrus, though?
This conflict between the 3 clans, I suppose that's not hard for a Victorian to understand. Not at all.
Yeah, dog, you got all your freaking dukes. It's like the same thing, in a sense.
I have made great efforts to learn about Yereg during my time here. Your culture is exotic and fascinating. While all of Yereg is united by your Yeregander faith, the same tenets seem to have had different influence on the three clans. The brave Pale Roaches, the clever Silver Ashes, but you Browntails. I must apologize that I find it hard to summarize your virtues in a single word. I suppose the way I would put it is, the clan Browntail is noble and trustworthy. My sympathies for the homework you have to do. Knowledge is the foundation of cooperation. Her Grace, the Duke values cooperation with Yereg highly, and she is looking for a reliable, proper representative of your land to work with. Representative of Yereg, is Her Grace unsatisfied with Carlin trade? Mr. Silverash is a most astute businessman, but this is also his greatest flaw. He will not permit any other winner in his game. I'm sure you understand, as his neighbor. We talk some neighbors. Victoria can't say shit, right? Hot? Who? Retotos? True. Cirrus? True. This guy? Not my type. Keen summary. Therein lies the problem. The three clans may equally be Yeregander's children in name, but in the eye of an onlooker like me, they are not. Even an outsider like me can tell that your clan and the Pale Roaches have had virtually no effective roles in response to this catastrophe. Damn. The one-word summary of the Browntails. Oh, noble and trustworthy? Oh, hot. Oh, you're right. They do be a pretty family. So I see what you're going with. So this, I will be curious on your take. So I know, like we talked about it a little earlier, but you know, I wanted you guys to predict who you think my favorite from the Yereg arc will be. Send it in the spoiler channel in Discord to talk about it with others. But I typically want to do playable characters for that, but Yereg might be hard. I might need to do two. I might need to say, here's my favorite NPC, here's my favorite playable character. Is that acceptable? Is that acceptable? Because there's so many well-written good NPCs as well. In addition to the playable ones. The Silver Ashes and Carlin trade have not only monopolized Yereg's foreign commerce, but also all of her foreign affairs. And your nominal head of state, the Saintess, Mr. Silver Ash's sister, seems to have no objection to the present situation. Mind your words, sir. Do not presume to blaspheme the Saintess's piety with your prejudice. Oh, I apologize if my frankness has offended you. Please understand that I'm speaking out of good faith and simply conveying what I have observed as an outsider. Apologies if I offended you. It was never a good situation to be in, my man. Cut to the chase. What's your proposal? Enough yapping, bro. All this chit chat, yip yap. Get to the point. A simple one. Victoria is seeking friendly, equal, and truly mutual beneficial cooperation. Effective long-term cooperation, not one that only benefits one side or limited by narrow-minded nationalism. Her Grace thinks highly of Clan Browntail, and of you personally. My presence here is proof of that. The opinions of foreigners is of no importance to Clan Browntail. Her promise is the very proof of the shifting nature of Victoria's position. You are wrong if you think Clan Browntail is simply another Clan Silver Ash, but easier to manipulate. Damn. The most obvious political dude in existence, right? No, of course not, Madame Retotos. Oh, they should have just said... Imagine if this was Delphine instead. Imagine Delphine was just here negotiating. This would be going so much more smoothly. Not dealing with this clown. The Empire, Victoria, does not seek subservience or dependence. She seeks to do the right thing. Clan Silver Ash is a window that is sometimes open, sometimes closed. Only those inside the room can truly know its contents. Tell me, Madame Browntail, are you not tired of the constant, meaningless tribal conflicts that haunt this land? Or perhaps you aspire to lead Yereg into a new era yourself? Damn, look at the look on her. I think that will do for today. Thank you for your visit. I fully understand your proposal, and I have a message for you to bring back to the Duke. She does not yet have a sufficient understanding of Yereg, but I sincerely hope she will one day find it. Damn. I like how they didn't send the Trilby Asher again. After bro got clowned on for all of Sylvan and hers, they like, hey, yeah, we need someone else. We need someone else to try it. Slightly different approach. Noted. Unfortunately, any commercial cooperation must remain on hold while political issues remain unresolved. But we have plenty of patience for an important partner such as yourself. We look forward to your answer. AVG Calm, my beloved. We know this man's names yet? He could be him? I don't know. Oh, wait, you're saying that's the Triple Astral? Stop. Do not ruin. If that's what he would look like this whole time, I would be so disappointed. That would be so sad. That was him beneath the hat and mask. Oh my god. Dear Enzi, I hope this letter damn it. By the time you read this, you will have already learned of my decision. Don't worry, think of it as your sister going on a long trip. She'll be back before you know it. I'm sorry that we'll have to put our plans for fondue in the Vinebead Court's kitchen on hold, but I promise I'll be good as my word once I get back. Don't worry about Enciodes either. He has his plans, though he might be busy for a while. We'll count on you to take care of things at home, alright? There are a lot of things going on. Stay safe and be especially careful when going out. Where's Chester at, bro? Dear sister. What you say? I hope I'll find you as cheerful as always when I return. I'll pray to Yaragander for both of you. P.S. Remember to keep your appointments at Rhodes Island. Follow your doctor's orders and wear protective gear when climbing the mountains. Aw. Cliff art. Nah, Mr. Post, the Colombian lady, double triple agent. Went undercover in Colombia. While undercover, became a Colombian diplomat and is now serving as a Colombian diplomat, but also a double agent back to Victoria. I love Cliff Hart. She's so sweet. I feel so bad for her though. Hey, there's Chester. A letter from Enya. Yeah, it's always like this. Same for Enciodes. It's quiet enough at home to begin with, and ever since I came back from my trip, he's barely been around. These are exceptional times. They're doing all they can to protect Yarag. All we can do is trust them and support them. I know, I just want to blow off some steam. They still treat me like a kid, never telling me anything. I don't even know what I'm worrying for. I want to help them too. Lady Encia, Master Chester, is Sir Enciodes here? He's probably at the office. Why? A herald has arrived from the Vinebead Court. They say they're meeting with Clan Palerouge to discuss cooperation in the joint mining venture, and they want Sir Enciodes to submit the relevant documents early. I have the documents, but submit them early. Is this a temporary notice? The herald didn't explain. Very well, prepare the car. I'll go. Before you can finish, Encia grabs the documents and runs out the door. I'll be helpful, she says before causing issues, maybe ruining everything. Hopefully not, but... You can stay home, Uncle Chester. Let me handle it. Yeah, don't worry, Unc. I got this. Encia, come back. So Enciodes said you are not to go outside without permission. It's alright. Enciodes must have forgotten to bring these with him. I'll have a good laugh at him later. Come on, let's go. She driving? Oh dear. I should let Sir Enciodes know. She knows how to drive? A brown car is driving on the mountain path to the Vinebead Court. Sitting in the back seat, Arktos rubs his neck. Why call me so early in the morning? Is the mine thing so urgent? I hear Enciodes often stays overnight at the company these days. An early morning meeting would fit his recent routine. It's not like there's much to discuss. I'm just waiting for the Silver Ash documents to sign off on. Give me the minutes from last time, Gulu. I'll take another look. Yes, sir. Sitting in the passenger seat, Gulu takes the documents from the glove box and is about to hand them to Arktos when the car is violently jolted. What was that? Falling rocks. They almost hit us. Falling rocks here. The car is once again violently jolted before he can finish as falling rubble slams against the trunk. Yo! Get out of there. It's not safe inside. We need to get out. Sir, the road ahead is blocked. Fafian. I don't know how to say that. Fafian. The three of them abandon the car and run to the mountainside, but the amount of falling rubble is overwhelming.
Look out! Gulo! A rock falls towards Arktos. Gulo pushes them out of the way and is struck by the sharp edge of the rock on his forehead. His massive frame falls on the ground, bleeding. Gulo! Arktos crawls towards Gulo and pulls him closer to the mountain, leaving a long trail of blood on the ground. Gulo! The blood is soon covered by falling rocks. Gulo! 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 Degen, what are you doing? It's Hortus again. What, where shit just keeps going wrong? He's Wolverine, he's fine. he is Wolverine, but he just took an avalanche rock to the head. The tranquility of the mountain is broken by the roaring sound of engines as the morning mist disperses. I was just about to say, they said the word tranquility while I'm getting tinnitus from whatever this noise is. Tranquility is not what Brecker seeks right now. She pushes her bike to its limits. The scenery flies by swiftly, but she does not see what she's looking for. She rides a bike? Tracks are still visible on the road. The target was not here long ago. Wait, but it's in Hortus Rocks. Wait, hold on. If it's in the snow, is it an off-road motorcycle? That's sick. You have to become playable. Come on, Gulo. One of us has to become playable, he says. There. Brecker jumps off the bike and rounds a corner. She's got an off-road motorcycle. That's crazy. Insane. No wonder why she likes it here. Two cars are burning on the road after a collision, sending rancid smoke skywards. Wait, Cliffheart! Brecker pulls her weapon and creates a gust that extinguishes the fire. Naturally. Revealing the familiar silhouette of a silver ash car. Cliffheart! The door is easily cut open. There's no one inside. Brecker's worst fears have not come true. She hears the sound of rocks clashing from the direction of the cliff. Is Cliffheart climbing up? Off-road or one of those with skis? I don't know. Snow's not real for me. I don't know if a snowmobile would be called a bike, though. That would be kind a motorcycle with like snowmobile skis would be kind of sick, though. But I don't know. I'm imagining a sick off-road motorcycle with like big ass wheels. Like a Harley Davidson, but with big like monster truck tires. Cliffheart! She's okay! Brecker looks down at the source of the sound and finds the one she's looking for, despite the dirt and soot on her face. Brecker? Hanging off the side of the cliff with a hook, Ensia looks up at Brecker, unsure how to hide her embarrassment. Got in a little bit of a car accident and said, hey, this ain't how I do things around here, and starts climbing up the mountain. I guess I screwed up. I was right. I knew something would happen. You think she stole those? Chester would have died. But yeah, dude. Chester would have got fucking wrecked. Saved his ass. Her kingdom promises not tomorrow. I love this sprite so much. Nor was it built for yesterday. Those who walk the present are closest to her. Her blessings are ever beneath the traveler's feet. The snowflakes stick to her fur collar. The lone traveler pulls her hood tighter and walks up the mountain against the cold wind that blows through the forest. Enya pulls her cloak tighter around herself, her steps slowed by falling branches mixed with snow. The clerics often say that Yaragander tests her people with winds and snow, but Enya knows she would never torment her like this. Yar? The saintess sees the smoke of campfire deep in the woods. Perhaps there's a place to rest. Enya walks towards it and finds the fire still burning, providing a rare source of warmth. She reaches out to it at once. The hides hanging around shows that it belongs to a hunter. Short shrubs surround a lone wooden house, but the owner is nowhere to be seen. Then one of the shrubs rustle. The tip of a metal bolt protrudes from it, pointing towards the campfire. Who's there? Enya turns around quickly, but not quick enough to avoid the bolt that strikes her right leg. Oh! Soaking her thick clothing with blood. What the hell? Everyone's getting beat up! Who the hell's shooting her? This is fucking lame loser. Hey! She raises her bell instinctively as she stumbles from the pain. The attacker has emerged from the bushes and makes the next bolt at the saintess's heart. Drop this fool. Whoosh.
The attacker falls as the bell rings, his body quickly covered in snow. Slowly, the small lump turns red. It was not the holy bell that did this.
Oh.
And he gets closer and sees a crossbow bolt in the attacker's neck.
And you know you have to become playable. What about your altar? Oh wait, is this Snow Hunter?
A rough hand, small but strong, grabs Enya's shoulders and pulls her to one side. I forgot she was introduced in this. Another bolt cuts through the air, taking down another attacker, but more of them continue to emerge from the forest. Southern.
Hold shop bandits, how dare you commit murder at my camp while I'm away?
A young huntress carrying a heavy crossbow that seems too big for her stands in front of Enya. She smells of herbs and cloud beast.
Midriff Knights, stop daydreaming. You're a Silver Ash. What are you doing here? Never mind. Stay close to me.
Got the same voice as the pioneers.
The pioneers.
Shooting the flute one's evil. Just look at her as like cursing a front Potlid, right? Unbelievable. Poor I miss Potlid's so cute. I love when she specifically doesn't want to get called Potlid. 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 So cute. All right, let's do OS 3 after. Among snowy shrubs. Snow Hunter. I forgot she's got like cool thigh tattoo thing going on.
This is my home. Last I saw, they were going the opposite way. It's safe here. I'll wrap you up and then you need to leave.
Thank you.
She got shot in the leg, bro. It's crazy.
And that's the last one I read. All right. Sit back and unwind then.
Don't talk and don't fidget, Silver Ash. Your wounds aren't that bad. There was some distance and your thick clothes absorbed some of the impact. But the bolt had a hooked head. It'll hurt when I pull it out. I'll try to be steady.
Yikes. The young huntress snaps the arrow shaft and grabs the remaining part. She glances at the wounded woman, who simply nods, showing no signs of fear. Gotta like bite something or something. Huntress takes a deep breath and slowly pulls the arrow. Even she shivers at the sensation of the hook grating against the flesh. Ugh. She does her best to keep her hand steady until the arrowhead's completely pulled out.
Phew, finally.
Thank you very much.
I'm not done yet. Hang in there a little longer.
Takes out a packet of powdered medicine, lifts the edge of Enya's dress, and rubs it skillfully on the wound before bandaging it up.
Yo! Yara, you gonna let this happen? She's lifting up her dress. Yara, get over here. Yara! She's stealing your girl. She's stealing your girl. You can yelp if it hurts. I won't laugh.
I don't want to make you more nervous. It'll only hurt more if your hands are shaking.
Huh? Who's that?
Who's that little critter? A slender snow-white cloud beast pokes its head out of the huntress's hood, hanging onto her braids with its claws, poking its wet nose around Enya's fur collar. That's so cute! Little critter, it's like the little guy from Witch Had to Tell You! The little weasel thing, whatever it's called. The tails for biting, honestly, that would probably help. It's her S2. I don't even remember what her skills do, man. Then it reaches out to sniff at the stranger's scent.
Don't touch it. It doesn't like strangers.
Before the huntress can finish, Enya's finger has already reached the little cloud beast's chin. Simply touching its soft fur seems to bring warmth to her heart even in the bitter cold. Brush buddy, yeah, brush buddy. It wasn't like a talking critter, it just like vibrated.
Get back in, Rift Cloud Beast.
You call it the Rift Cloud Beast? Look at her little smug face.
Also, I love how big and bushy Snow Hunter's eyebrows are.
Come to think of it, I don't know your name yet, my hero. My hero, Academia.
Joanna? I don't need to know your name, Silver Ash. Don't think for a moment that we're friends.
You were just lifting up her dress, though. I think it's Joanna or Joanna. Probably Joanna.
Why? You've been good to me.
And how have you people treated me?
Why'd I go back to being young huntress, though?
Forget it. Nothing to do with you anyway.
By you people, do you mean Clan Silver Ash or Enciotes?
Not just him. My dad says Silver Ash has been obsessed with the blasphemy in Yaragander ever since Enciotes' father was clan leader.
Look at her little pout. It's so cute.
He poured asphalt on Yaragander's backbone and poison on Yaragander's tail. His greed led to his own downfall.
That's her dad, girl.
Enciotes hasn't learned his lesson. He's done even more to wreck Yaragander's peace. But his greatest sin was the hole he dug in Yaragander's flesh. This disaster's proof that Silver Ash has angered Yaragander.
But Yarag can't stay in the snowy mountains forever. Haven't industry and trade brought us better lives? Why would the kind Yaragander punish us just because we're living better lives?
Better lives? You Silver Ashes sit by the warm fireside, eating the best food and drinking the best wine. But who has to pay the price? Us, we do. Many beasts lived at the foot of the mountains when I was little. For 1,000 years they lived off the land, drank from the rivers, and went back to the forest to find berries and leaves. But Carlin Trade's railroads divided the mountains and rivers, forcing the beasts to risk their lives crossing the railway.
Aww.
You even blame them when your trains run them over.
Not the roadkill.
Look, that guy's sad. Little guy sad.
I don't know if he's always looking like that, but he looks sad right there.
The beasts were forced to move higher, but there isn't enough room there for large packs. They had to fight each other for space and food, and their numbers dwindled. Not to mention all the cloud beasts that are sensitive to noise. You have no idea how many died and how I ended up taking in my rift cloud beast.
But the farmers by the mountains need the fertilizers and seeds that the trains bring, and sick people on the mountains need medicine.
Where's the bountiful game that Yaragander once gifted us then? Beasts grow fewer each year. Even water from the springs is less sweet. My family made a living hunting in the mountains for generations, following the holy teachings of Yaragander. We show our faith by sculpting statues in her image. Dad, myself, and my siblings, we always prayed to Yaragander, always paid our respects. Why are we the ones who have to pay the price?
Damn, sister's been holding this in for a while, I think. Spooked by the sudden outburst, the Rift Cloud Beast leaps down from a trembling Joanna and goes over to Enya. Enya bends down and lifts it up, placing it back on Joanna's shoulders.
Don't move, your wounds will reopen.
She does shift to concern, though. That's nice, at least.
This is the first time I've heard about any of that.
If you want to argue, go ahead, Silver Ash.
No, I don't. I'm different from the others. I have to stay at home most of the time, and what I know about the land today comes mostly from the accounts of others.
Yeah, she's built different. Does she not have any other, like, identifying information about the Saintess? Like, I know that we're on the outskirts, so, like, she wouldn't have seen her, but, like, does she not have, like, does Premonix not have, like, an ID card that says, like, hi, I'm Enya Silverash, the Saintess?
Sometimes I go out and experience things for myself, but it's not enough. Yaragander will never abandon any children of Yarag, I promise.
You better promise yourself that you pull through whatever's going on. What was with those bandits anyways? I know all the hunters living on the mountain. I didn't recognize any of those guys.
I think they came for me.
For you? Do you have enemies?
I got enemies, got a lot of enemies.
It's a long story.
If that's the case, you better stay put tonight. They won't give up so easily. My dad's friend has a shop in town, and my siblings have been helping out these past few days. I'll go get some medicine from him and get help to fight the bandits.
No, don't.
Why? You afraid to be on your own? I'm fast and strong. I can be back by tomorrow morning if I go down the mountain now.
That's not what I'm worried about.
Why? You Silver Ash such a bother. Now you have to say something, just say it. You can't fight. I had no choice but to help from that town. That's the deal.
Wait, I can tell you. Enya hurriedly gets up, tugging at the sleeve of the huntress who's about to leave, causing her own cloak to fall off. The reveal.
Oh, it's because of the... Oh, it's because of the cloak.
The... Saintish? Actually, I'm sorry. Please, your holiness, punish me for my insolence. Damn.
The coat didn't really make her all that incognito. What's up, Soggy? Welcome back. Can't feel my leg. And yeah, you like her jacket? Wasn't it cute? Now it fell off. Soggy shows up and women's clothes fall off. I can't believe this.
No, I'm not going to punish you. Please, just sit down.
Enya tries to stop the huntress, but she quickly takes a step back, putting more distance between herself and Enya. She turns to leave, but then seems to remember something, and spins back around and bows reverently to Enya before finally leaving the room. Hospital. Who's in the hospital? Oh, Gulo is. General Gulo. But you knock on the stupid door before barging in, Matterhorn boy. What are you doing here? I was accompanying Lady Ansia for her checkup. She suffered a car accident this morning, but fortunately she's unharmed. I was told you were here too, so I thought I should pay a visit. You alright? Just a scratch, but... Wait, you said something happened to the young Silver Ash lady? Lady Ansia was delivering something to Sir Enciotas when she suffered a head-on collision with another vehicle on the way to the Vinebead Court. It was fortunate that Madame Degen Brecker quickly arrived on the scene. You said she was going to the Vinebead Court too? Strange, my master received a summons from the Vinebead Court this morning, saying there was a meeting, and it was on the way there that we were struck by fallen rocks. Holy shit! Holy shit, is the old man behind this? Is the old man behind it all? It is a fancy looking hospital. I was gonna say, it feels kind of out of place for Yarek. Is that bitch ass old man behind all this? I told you we should have killed him. Try to take down Wolverine. Dude, honestly, Gulo would make a sick character, like another 6-star brawler. Get a 5-star brawler. Actually, is there a 5-star brawler? There's Jackie. Jackie and Bee Hunter are both 4 stars, right? Is there a 5-star brawler? A couple? Why can't I think of any? Because Mountain's 6-star. Dagda Inja. Oh, right. Sorry, I forgot. I forgot Dagda and Indra were. There's 6 stars in my heart. Flint, I don't know anything about. I don't know. I feel like he'd be a brawler. With them claws. I thought he was already a character. No, Soggy, welcome to NPC jail, where characters with sick designs and very clear you know, capabilities, we'll say, of being a playable character, but aren't. Flint's the coolest of the 3. Do you mean kit wise? You mean kit wise, right? If you mean kit wise, I can get behind it. If you mean kit wise, I can get behind it. Especially because I'm pretty sure Dagda buffs Glasgow, and they don't consider Delphine part of Glasgow, which is so disrespectful. I mean, this isn't Genshin Impact? Yes, exactly. Now you get it. Now you get it. Where everybody just wears freaking bum-ass clothes unless they're a playable character, in which case they get the most absurd, crazy drip ever. Kit and design. Flint's the same artist as like Heavy Rain and Tuye, right? And blanking on her name from Mansfield Break, the raccoon, the trap master. Don't tell me. Start with an A. Irene, Rydian, Robin. I thought Irene was someone else. The original Irene was definitely, though. I thought Playable Irene got a different artist. Because Undertide's Irene did definitely look like that same style. There's the one that got obliterated. Wait, what are you talking about? What you mean? Anyway, I think the old man's behind this. Genshin character. Don't they not kill characters in that game? Is that as dark as that sounds? I feel like they would benefit from that. Oh, the one that got right. Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, that was like the only one. That was actually the last story part that I did in that game. Yeah, whatever her name was. Because after that, it was like the chasm, and I was like, yeah, I'm good. And I don't know. I think the story with Fontaine was supposed to be pretty good, but I just really do not care. I really do not care. The only reason I would reinstall and play that game is for Navia, and it just nah. Well, Navia, Hu Tao, and Ganyu, but I can't. Navi is great though. Navi is the best character, like the best character in that game. I don't even know who any of the new characters are. So, but Hu Tao still rocks. We still got that Hu Tao model for fun. Anyway, I think the old man's causing a problem. I think it's the old man's fault.
You hear anything from the Brown Tails?
No, not yet, at least.
What's the matter with the Brown Tails? No wonder Sir Arctos was fuming when he left. I haven't seen him so angry in a long time. But this, listen, brother, I need you to do me a favor. Can you ask Enciotes to go to the Browntail Manor at once? Sir Arctos is even more hot-headed than I am. I'm afraid he might do something impetuous. Sir Enciotes is the only one who can stop him.
It's like assassination attempts happening left and right, bro. Agulo calling Matterhorn brothers pretty sick, not gonna lie.
I see. I'll let him know immediately.
I suggest you get your head checked at the hospital, Arctos. The symptoms of a mild concussion are easy to miss.
Don't try to change the subject. Answer me. Why is it only that Clan Silver Ash and mine were attacked while you Browntail sit safe and sound in your home? What do you know? Or what do you know?
Or maybe it was the Victorian dude. The leopard man. Everything that I know about what happened today came from you.
More excuses. Even the servants of Silver Ash know to show concern and tell me that Encia suffered too. But what about you? You look like you couldn't care less, like it's nothing more than a piece of snow falling on the ground. Is this the Browntail stance?
I apologize for my demeanor. All of Yurag has suffered in recent days. I ask for your understanding.
Enough of this hypocrisy. We both know that there has been gossip going around about the Browntail Witch. I never took it seriously. I couldn't care less what you did, as long as you did it for Yarag and Yaragander. But now, when did Yaragander teach you to stab your allies in the back, Ratotos?
Watch your words, Arctos. Do not disrespect Yaragander, even if you intend to insult and provoke me.
Stop dodging the question and answer. Was Clan Browntail involved in the attack on me and Encia?
You're wasting your time. I've already told you multiple times. I know nothing about it, and I express my sympathies.
If that's your final answer, then don't accuse me of going too far.
What do you mean?
Don't think I'm out of pale roaches just because you took Gulo out of action. Before I went out, I told my men when to show.
He's so aggressive and very he plays this card a lot. His big dick energy.
Clan Browntail's estates will be thoroughly searched. I didn't want to go this far, but I'm afraid Cirrus and her children will have to bear with me a little.
You dare?
You made me do this, Ratotos. Jesus Christ. There's like swords and guns, and the door to the drawing room flies open without any warning. Arctos draws his sword immediately. The sharp-eyed Browntail guards raise their weapons too and stand in front of Ratotos.
And a guy with a bird walks in.
I take it you've already discussed the incidents that occurred today. I came for the same reason and I've reached certain conclusions. Please stand down.
Seeing that Arctos has sheathed his sword, Ratodos raises a hand and her guards hesitantly back off. Good timing, Enciotes. With the leaders of clans Pale Roach and Silver Ash both present, we demand a thorough audit of Clan Browntail's documents in cooperation from Clan Browntail in the investigation.
Sorry, Arktos, but I don't assent to the demand.
What?
Why would Ratodos want to get rid of us? Assassinating the heads of the other two clans at this moment would only cause even more chaos. Clan Pale Roach has the most warriors, while Clan Silver Ash runs Carlin trade. Ratodos cannot hope to keep the situation under control if you and I both died in an accident. Meanwhile, retribution would be swift and harsh. Am I right?
Ratodos avoids Enciotes' gaze and nods lightly. That doesn't explain why Clan Browntail wasn't attacked.
Maybe a coincidence, maybe bad timing. Maybe the attackers had something planned for the Browntails too, and we just don't know about it.
You won't convince me with talk of coincidences, Enciotes. Who would have done such a thing if not Ratodos?
This is not a question we can solve in a short time. Don't forget that there are plenty of people looking to take advantage of the chaos and take a piece of Yerag for themselves. This assassination coincided with the arrival of Victorian aid. The mastermind wants to keep us from working together.
The Victorians did this?
They are potential suspects, as is any foreign politician who attempts to intervene at this juncture. Therefore, I would like to maintain the status quo of our previous meeting. I will continue to handle all external affairs, including those involving Victoria.
Did you do this? I feel like anytime something goes wrong in this, I have to be like, wait a second. Could Mr. John Silverash himself have been the one responsible? Was he stoking a flame, or is he simply taking advantage of the outcome? You never truly know.
I will discover the truth for Clan Pelroche and for the peace of the three clans. And for Encia.
I'll trust you one last time. Don't you dare look smug, Ratodos. You got lucky today. You can thank Enciotes and Cirrus. If it turns out you're behind all this after all, you'll get what's coming to you. The sturdy Ursa slams the table, then turns and leaves. Thank you for calming that maniac down, Enciotes. But I'm exhausted. I'm sure you understand how tiring it is to deal with baseless accusations. If you suspect me and want to question me,
There's no need for that. Trust between the three clans has never been more important than now. I have other urgent matters to attend to. I'll take my leave. Pardon me for not seeing you out.
She's Squirrel Man, looking smug, is her whole being. She's very smug and very cute. Silver Ash also very smug and cute.
Encia wasn't hurt. You can rest easy. I was the one they were after.
Alright, maybe he wasn't behind it. Did they have a new Hootao story? Couldn't tell you, did they?
Obviously, the accident was very likely staged. They targeted your car without knowing who was inside. Something's not right. It's too forward. It's as though the people behind this want to make the point that they have no qualms about deploying extreme measures. They're trying to sow chaos and suspicion. The act itself is more important than the result. There's another possibility. Perhaps it's not me, Encia, or Arktos whom they're truly after. There will be trouble on the mountains. It's Enya they're after? If anything happens to the Saintess at this point, it'll serve to affirm all the conspiracy theories and drag Yarg further into the quagmire. I need you to protect Enya, Degenbrecker. Enya set out a long time ago. I can't promise anything. You need to prepare for the worst. I believe in Enya. You believe. And you will not provide any of your basis for that belief to reassure me, like you usually do.
Correct. Bam. I believe.
That was good.
Surprising of him. All right, up next we got OS 4 Conjoined Lives. Let me we'll keep this going because we're doing all right time-wise for at least this before story. I don't know how long it is. How are you guys liking this event so far? I feel like it's using a lot of the buildup from the previous stories, but there's a lot happening. and it also seems to be like one of the stories where it seems like things just definitely keep getting worse and worse, or like more problems keep popping up. It's like there's no reason for these clans to be infighting again, and all of a sudden Arktos just, you know, assumes the worst. Like they've been getting along relatively well for the past few years. Didn't I tell you not to bother me today? Who's Cirrus? Mama. Now we can say Cirrus is MILF.
Sister, what are you doing here? Don't just stand there. Take a seat. What's the matter? Can't sleep? I thought I told Yukaton to keep a close eye on you. No. She shakes her head. I told Yukaton not to come with me.
Well, yeah, you did just have a kid.
I wanted to talk to you one-on-one.
Todos never thought she would see this expression on her sister, who's usually so cheerful, straightforward.
All right, but only for a little bit. Then you go back to bed. Acting like a little girl when you're supposed to be a mom already. I heard Arktos shouting in the drawing room today. Damn, so he did disturb you? I'll have his hairy head for this. No, it's not that. I heard what you were arguing about, and I know many bad things have been happening lately. Please, Rata, if you do something, tell me. By Yerikander. You shouldn't be worrying about these things right now, Cirrus. You'll have plenty to worry about once you take my job. But there's been trouble after trouble. Even I, shut up in my room, can tell that things are getting worse.
That's what I just said. It's the, how many events has this happened? Like, you know, where things just get progressively worse and worse and worse. There's Hortus is the first one that always comes to mind. There's Walumond as well. I think you can make the argument, Stiltifera. Stiltifera was like one problem after another. Pretty much up until Ulpianus got thrown overboard. Which is still probably one of my absolute favorite moments in this entire fucking game. Is this dude, voiced JP by Jotaro, jacked, renowned, strong fighter, like crazy superhuman Captain America blood, gets thrown overboard by a fish and doesn't come back until the next story. Oh, it's so good. I can't help but laugh every time I think about it. I see unhappy faces outside the window every day. Not to mention we haven't heard anything back from Monch. Monch, you haven't summoned her. I have people searching for her. I'm sure she's fine. Hey, don't forget that she's one of the finest brown-tail warriors. I know. It's you I'm really worried about, Rata. Or calling her by a nickname and not sister is really cute. I've never helped very much, but there was a time when I could at least stand by your side and give you my support. Oh, excuse me.
But now, you're facing all this on your own. I wish you would talk to me more. There's no need to carry everything on your shoulders. Yukutan and I have your back no matter what. You think too much, my silly little sister. Are you really in such a hurry to take over for me? That's not what I promise you, Cirrus. I'll protect you and Yukutan and all of Clan Browntail. If it's the last thing I do.
Don't let this be foreshadowing. Don't you dare. Game, do not kill off for Todos.
Yerikander, be my witness. Still don't believe me, but you gotta believe Yerikander, right? There's no need to go that far. Alright, then promise me you're going to bed now. Tomorrow will be a better day.
You better not kill her ass. This guy again?
Oh my god.
I'm tired of seeing this stupid cheetah leopard man, whatever, leopard man. So if his shirt's leopard and his ears are leopard and his tail is leopard, do you think his underwear is leopard too? He's got those leopard print boxers on underneath this military getup. Absolutely. Yes. What's up, Toad? How you doing? Welcome in. You honor me with your invitation, Madame Browntail. I take it your thinking has changed then. Cut the crap. Underwear is tiger, all the rest is deception. Oh my god. Oh my god, imagine. Played you all like a fool. Assassinating the members of Clan Silverash and Clan Pale Roach and driving a rift between the three clans. Is this how you intend to coerce me into working with you? I thought Victorian politicians were smarter than that. The man smiles nonchalantly. I'm not sure how such a notion could have occurred to you, Madame Browntail. Assassinating the leadership of another country on their own soil would be tantamount to a declaration of war. It could be proven. Are you sure you want to accuse Victoria of such crimes? But this is why you people seem so smug about yourselves. I'm not sure I understand your meaning. Listen, Victoria, you're not in a position to be getting into another war, even if it's a smaller nation like Yareg. Your ass has just got your shit handed to you. Siege ain't gonna help your ass out, neither's Delphine. But since you've deigned to meet with me today, I'm very happy to listen. Is there anything I can help you with? Go on, act smug. Your crude little plot worked, huh? The relationship between the Pale Roaches and Browntails is broken down completely. I've become the most suspicious one here. As for Enciodes, he just spun his tale about all three clans wanting stability to hoodwink that fool Arktos. He knows full well that, in the present state of Yareg, should the leader of any of the clans meet an accident, it would take little effort to demoralize the already disheartened people. If he learns of our meeting, he will not hesitate to join forces with the Pale Roaches to attack me, even if he knows full well I wouldn't promise you anything. I don't know. This guy did just meet with Enciodes earlier, but I think it was in the... No, it was pretty general, I think. Because there's the Colombian person too. You think? I don't know. Do you think he jumped to a conclusion like that? Maybe. He did say that he would be handling all the conversations with the Victorians, though, so he might at least be a little upset, if nothing else. After all, what Yareg needs right now is a culprit, one to place all the blame on. In that event, it's entirely possible that Clan Browntail will be wiped off the map. I don't have much time left. My sympathies, madam. I'm in full agreement with your assessment of the situation. You intend to turn things around, then? I say claw his eyes out. You got good nails. You could do it. Let's get straight to the point. First, I want an absolute guarantee that you'll prioritize the safety of Clan Browntail and the people of my domain, no matter what happens. Of course, we have long sympathized with the ordinary folk who have become marginalized by Clan Silverash. It is one of our major goals for peaceful cooperation with Yareg. Say whatever you want. Second, all the trade policies currently in place will remain so when Clan Browntail takes over from Carlin Trade. The Victorian must not withdraw any assistance currently offered to Yareg. Otherwise, we reserve the right to terminate our cooperation with immediate effect, not something you want to happen. You need not worry, madam. We are more than eager to cooperate with Yareg, and we never dream of undermining this partnership. There will be much room for further cooperation once you become the sole representative of your nation. Good. Taking over Carlin Trade isn't something that can be accomplished overnight. We need time to prepare. The first order of business is to deal with Arktos. I know that man. He'll come looking for trouble if he finds out Clan Browntail's been working with Victoria. In a sense, he's an even bigger problem than Enciodes. That bloody fool. Most regrettable. The decision is yours, Madame Browntail. How should we persuade Arktos? I will contact him again for one final meeting. Oh? There's an old Browntail manor at the foot of the mountains in the southwest, an area that's virtually uninhabited. I will send Arktos a message telling me to meet me there tomorrow, while I'll explain the truth. This time,
Time of this meeting is set at 7 p.m., 15 hours from now. I hope Victoria will demonstrate its good faith. Of course, you will not be disappointed. We look forward to your persuasion of Clan Palroach.
Seeing all these back channel conversations.
The mountain wind carries the snow battering the hay thatched roof. A few dry leaves are blown into the air, landing on the braids of the girl sitting on the rooftop. She picks it out and rubs it in her fingers. The rift cloud beast pokes its head out from behind the girl's shoulders, rubbing against her red cheeks. So cute.
Rift Cloud Beast, I'm just clearing my head. You don't have to come out and be cold with me together.
The little white creature, which has endured many harsh days and nights with Joanna, purrs gently.
Cute. Thanks. I don't know how to face the Saintess. She's the Vicar of Yarrigander. I should love and honor her, but how could those things happen? Why must my family be punished?
The girl sits quietly on the roof, Rift Cloud Beast in her arms until the fine snowflakes cover her hair in white. Cool looking house. The door leading to the backyard is pushed open. The visitor has added a few shallow footprints on the snow. Enya sees 3 scattered crossbows as she walks to her left and picks up one to examine it. It is smaller than the one that Joanna uses. Enya casts her gaze in front, and there are 3 targets standing a short distance away, with a few bolts on them that have yet to be retrieved.
Dog, Pramenic's altar should have been a sniper. In Break the Ice, she pulled out a bow too.
She's got her jacket back on. They started training at such a young age. There's a name on the stock. Does it belong to her siblings? Enya's attention is drawn to a bunch of sculptures scattered haphazardly on the ground at the other end of the yard. Their visage is a familiar one.
Oh, excuse me.
Enya approaches the largest amongst them and holds it before her. The sculptor was obviously extremely skilled, Yarrigander smiling gently upon her. This is just like the one we built at Lake Silbernahurst. I guess this is what they all think you'd look like. Talking about her girlfriend. There are other sculptures lying by her feet, and Enya picks up one of them. This one is sleeker, the chisel marks on the face rougher, giving it a sense of harshness. Perhaps the sculptor had used too much force when sculpting the face, and chiseled off a little too much.
That's what she wanted though, right?
It's not right, is it? Doesn't look like Yarrigander at all. The face needs to be a little thinner, and the body... Will you heed the plea of your humble handmaiden, Saintess? Enya, please. I miss my wife, Tails. I miss her a lot. See, it looks better when the face is rounder. She carefully puts the 2 sculptures of different sizes back. In this bare, unfamiliar backyard, Enya puts her hands together and prays towards the statue of Yarrigander, as the elders of Vinebead Court often do. She does not make any wish. She only hopes for a miracle. She hopes for her girlfriend.
Ooh, this mountain backdrop's kind of nice. Look at this. I don't think we've seen this one before. Right? Maybe we have. No, I don't know. This doesn't look that familiar.
The sun is set, but the huntress still sits in the yard. She hardly gets up to bow when she sees Enya, but the latter lays a hand on her shoulder.
Saintess?
No need for formalities. It's just us 2. I would prefer it if you could call me Enya.
As you wish.
After greeting Enya, the girl looks aside and falls quiet again. There are a lot of Yarrigander sculptures in the backyard. Did you and your family make them yourselves? Nods in silence.
Maybe saw it in Dunmeshi, not sure. Truly, Dunmeshi was my exposure to the entire continental Terra, huh?
They look a little different. It's because people interpret the image of Yarrigander depicted in the old books differently.
My dad made the ones that look like her. I made the ones that don't.
I'm sorry, I just wanted to ask. Why did you make all those sculptures?
My family is a branch of Clan Palroach that went into the mountains on Yarrigander's orders. We've been hunters ever since.
She's not a very good sculptor, I guess.
We believe all that lives in the mountains share Yarrigander's soul, and we're all part of the eternal cycle of life within her.
But you hunting?
In gratitude for the blessings of Yarrigander, every member of our family must learn to sculpt the image of Yarrigander once we are old enough to hunt alone.
Damn. Hang on one sec, sorry. Boom, boom. Bu- 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 okay, sorry.
He's not a good sculptor.
We also made leather jackets, bone sculptures, and accessories with her mark.
Leather jackets is kind of tough. Here, blessed hunter. Are the whispers of the wind in the grass not her hymns? Are the creatures that walk and fly not she embodied? That walk and fly not she embodied. The cycle of life and death is the cycle of water and ice. There is neither beginning nor end. Speak of Yarrigander's wisdom and love, and listen.
Rely not on signs and omens, but seek upon snow-covered peaks, and
become one with her.
Yes, this part feels different from the other parts of Yarrigander. I always get stuck here.
The details of the scriptures are not what matters the most. What's important is to be constantly mindful that Yarrigander watches and listens to our words and deeds. You may not remember the complicated verses, but you're living, hunting, and sculpting in accordance with her teachings. Even as the saintess, I may never have truly understood the meaning of this passage if I hadn't met you.
She's so cute. She's so cute. Can't believe some motherfucker shot her. She's walking pretty well considering, though. Definitely gonna be a bit of a difficult rest of the pilgrimage up a mountain.
You're one of the most pious faithful I've ever met. Yarrigander will protect your family. Flabbergasted.
Really?
Yes, I'm her, chosen saintess after all. She will appear when we need her most, no matter what hardship we face.
Aw, Snow Hunter, Joanna. Sub. Sobs in southern accent.
I'm crying, y'all.
Tears roll down the young cheeks of the huntress who always puts on a strong front, falling and melting the snow by their feet.
Joanna, what's the matter? Can you tell me?
And
it takes Joanna's trembling hands in hers.
When I first learned to hunt, I was bitten by an infected beast, and I got oropathy.
Aw.
Dad hunted every day and made those sculptures after coming back from the hunt so that he could sell them in town to buy medicine for me, and he did it for years.
Aw.
A few days ago, Dad's friend told me he was at the station the day the catastrophe happened.
Oh, bro, fuck.
If I didn't...
Joanna?
Why, Yarrigander?
Bro, for real. For real. What say you, deity being, for all these bad shit that keeps happening? Same can be said IRL, TBH. The grieving girl drops to the ground, curled up in a fetal position. Anya kneels by her side, trying to find words of consolation. But for all the scriptures that she has memorized, none have an answer. After a brief hesitation, she begins patting the girl's back. There's a lump in her throat. If even eternal Yarrigander can fall silent, what could her saintess possibly do? You listening, Yar? Damn. Sitting by the window, the rift cloud beast suddenly growls with as much volume as it can muster and darts back into Joanna's hood. Joanna sniffles and wipes her tears with her palms.
Someone's coming. I'll get the door.
Yo, you're gonna get jumped. Bring your crossbow. Passing old man. Uh-oh. Don't trust him. Don't trust him.
Young lady, how do I get to the nearest town? Are you lost? You see those lights? Follow the trail down the mountain and follow the lights whenever you come to a crossroads. It's getting dark and my eyesight's poor. I'll walk with you. No, I can't leave right now.
You can spend the night here, head down once the sun rises.
No, no, I shouldn't trouble you. I'll find the path down the mountain.
Do not trust this old man. Send him on his way.
What is it?
Just an old man who got lost.
You're quite far from town. Do people pass by here often?
No, my family are the only ones who lives here. We don't see many passerby. In fact, you were the first.
Told you.
Look out.
I warned you. Don't trust the old man. Kill all the old people. All right, let's finish OS 4. We'll do OS 4 after. And then is there a standalone story? Yeah. All right, Conjoined Lives is what this one's called. I keep forgetting to look at it before we read the before part. Oh, we're back here. Oh my god, I keep yawning. I'm so tired. Sorry. Back already, Gulo. You still have the gauze on your head. I told you to think before you act. You get back to the hospital right now and stay in bed.
Master, I heard that you're going to meet with the tortoise again at the Browntail's invitation. You can't go.
What? You think I'm afraid of her? That witch says she's going to tell me the truth. I'm eager to see what she spews from that mouth of hers.
But Master, the means on Browntail turf. This is clearly a trap.
You think I don't know? A pale roach never runs from a fight. Just because it's her turf doesn't mean a pale roach is helpless there. You know what? Seeing that gauze in your head is making me doubly mad.
I don't care how mad you are, Master. I'm sitting right here at the door and not budging an inch until you change your mind.
And what does any of that have to do with you?
It's my own fault I got hurt and couldn't protect you. All I can do is stop you from putting yourself in danger.
I'm not angry at you. I'm angry at those bloody browntails. Don't worry, I'll settle the score for you. I'll show them nobody messes with Clan Pale Roach. Get out of the way, brother.
Master.
Warriors, take General Gulo back to his room. He dragged his ass away. We get jumped again, dude. Why we keep putting ourselves in? Why does it keep happening? Why they introduce all these beloved characters just to have a bunch of assassination attempts this entire event? All these problems. So where's Moo? Where's Munch? Where's Mulesies? Where's Munch? Several warriors help Gulo up and help him walk back to his room. I'm not afraid of them, but I won't go unprepared. By Finn. Prepare a few more cars, boys. All right, what does this mean? He said this a couple times. There's got to be some sort of... Oh, it's Norwegian. Oh, fuck. Damn it. Or what the hell? Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. I blame PRTS. Yeah, honestly. I'm right there with you. We can blame most of our life's problems on her. So... Browntail Butler.
Dinner is ready, Madam Cirrus. What about the matriarch? Will she not join us? Matriarch Rototo has just left. She says not to worry about her. I remember the matriarch saying she had a meeting with Clan Pale Roach today, but it's so early. Did she go alone? We're not sure. Something doesn't feel right, Yucatan. Go after her. All right. One moment, please, Madam Cirrus and Master Yucatan. What is it this time? The matriarch left orders before she left. We are not to allow the two of you to leave home tonight.
Damn.
Under any circumstances.
What are you gonna do? Let Yucatan run free. He'll be fine. He'll get you done.
Saints, get down. Right, who are these people? How dare they attempt to murder the Saints on Yarag soil?
Maybe they're not from Yarag. They're dangerous.
Don't worry, Saints, I'll protect you with my life. Hell yeah, Joanna. They won't get in so easy. Don't underestimate the hunters of Yarag.
The young huntress locks and loads her heavy crossbow, barely taking any time to aim it through the broken window before pulling the trigger. She just no-scope a fool? It's immediately followed by multiple screams. What? Hit. Look at the pout on her face and just hit.
Careful, there are a lot of them. We can't just stay here. We need to get out.
What do we do?
Calm down. Listen to me.
Attacker. Lying prone on the snow, the attacker gestures to those behind him to remain hidden. They learned their lesson the hard way. They slowly close in on the house, on guard against the crossbow bolts that can be fired from the window at any time with uncanny accuracy. You can see a shadow move behind the curtain, and the edges of the curtain sway. The attackers raise his crossbow. The poison bolt strikes the figure behind the curtain. He hears the sound of the body hitting the floor, and then silence. You got poison crossbows now? Hey, not sure if she's down. Units 2, 3, 4, hold position. Unit 1 with me. Approach with care. The intel says there are 2 of them. Several figures sneak up to the house, breaking in once they have determined no sound coming from inside. They skedaddle? Bro, poor Snow Hunter's house. What? Is it just her jacket? A wooden sculpture. Oh, it's this It's this sculpture. See, her bad sculptures came in use. Nice job, nice job. We were worrying about the little guy, but fortunately he's in her skill, so I know he's okay. Good. No, our what's it called? The little beast guy's fine. Wait, what? Oh, what's it called? Our brush buddy. Our little brush buddy's okay. He's good. He got home alone. He did get home alone. Bro, absolute sucker. Rift's Colbies. Yes, that's the government name. I'm gonna call him Brush Buddy though. What's good, Luna? How you been? Do you like FF14? No, I don't like MMOs. I did play for a little bit. I got to go to the casino, which was kind of fun. But yeah, no, MMOs don't do it for me. Too much going on, too many buttons, too much time that I do not have, unfortunately. But I respect it at least. I understand the appeal. It's just not for me. A sculpture of Yaragander lies on the ground, a crossbow bolt sticking out of its head. Damn, they got the headshot too? The assailants did not notice the delicate sound of machinery operating as they entered the room. They hear the ringing of a bell while their arms and legs go weak. 5 loaded crossbows and a massive net take aim at the invaders. Yo! They fell for it, just like you said. Ah, she has such a cute smile. The Home Alone strategy worked. You better repent for damaging a sculpture of Yaragander. Now, run. Bet $1 every time a sniper operator had a little pet. I'd have $3. Who else does? Ray does. Snow Hunter does. Who else has got a little pet? Can't think. The Golden Saucer. Yeah, that's what it's called. Silver Ash. He does. Wait, Shiryuki has a pet? Is she really? Silver Ash does have a pet. His bird just be hanging out all nonchalant like. Honestly, his bird's kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie. His little ferret. Is it in like her E2 art or something? I think I might have got her skin because her skin is her white skin's really good. I do like it. Is how many other characters have little pets? Like canonically, besides Silver Ash, or maybe it's just them. I'm sure there's gotta be a few more. Alpha, report. The Pale Roach convoy has cleared the 3rd checkpoint. Confirm target position. Backseat of the lead car. Shall we engage? Affirmative. Wait, there's a change in the situation. The target stopped moving. No direct line of sight. I can't see what's going on. Brown-tail warriors, what are they doing here? Stand by. I'm calling number 1. What's the meaning of this? Your matriarch told us to come to meet her, then sent you to stop us? The location of the meeting is just ahead, Sir Arctos. It will only take a minute of your time. Please allow us to search your vehicles in the interest of safety. What a joke. You're afraid of a handful of boys when your people pick the location? You people are cowards. On all our sprites, E0, E2, and skin? I'm gonna have to look then. Moose, Vanilla, and Aya in a way. Aya with the sheep, I guess. Vanilla what? Has Iridium slugs? What does Moose have? Or what does Moose have, I guess better said. The orders came from Matriarch Ratotus. We request your cooperation. Do what you want. I've got nothing to hide. No issues. You may proceed now, Sir Arctos. Not so fast. You searched us. Now we search you. Search every nook and cranny from here to the Browntail Manor, the road and everything around it. You'll find anybody suspicious. Take them in. Yes, sir.
Ominous. Who says cats? Hell yeah. Could you say Tragodia has a little pet then? His little cat? He's got a little creature. Right? He's got a little guy. Report on the target's location, Alpha. Come in, Alpha. Alpha, can you hear me? Report. What's going on?
Command, the target car has entered our surveillance zone and is approaching the final point of action. Should we move?
When did he... Is there any movement from the target?
No, the target hasn't exited the vehicle. I can't see inside from here.
Stand by. Engage once you have visual on the target.
Bravo reporting. We have visual on what we believe to be an armed Yarag patrol.
Have you identified them?
Unclear. Possibly Pale Roach guards. Charlie reporting. We spotted Yarag warriors too. They're searching nearby buildings. Our position may be compromised. Should we make a move now?
Negative. Stand by.
We've been compromised. Engaging.
That's not good.
They found us. We've been exposed. Repeat, we've been exposed. Permission for final action.
Bloody hell.
Affirmative.
Sucker.
Did Did Ratotus double cross Victorians? I feel like she did. Backwards, Miss Christine has a Tigrodia. I'm glad we know who wears the pants. The north winds blow over the mountain road. The tushbeesh hides among the rocks he bides. Take your bow, string it low, by a little wood window. Hell yeah, kill all their asses. Hit. I love how she confirms every single hit. The forest is the domain of the hunter. The young huntress takes Enya into the forest, the mysterious assailants in hot pursuit. Their numbers are soon thinned by crossbow bolts that seem to come out of nowhere. There's at least one more. Where are you? The huntress knows that her last shot has revealed her position while the enemy has withdrawn into the shadows. She hides behind a large tree, zeroing in on one little sound. Lock, load, juice. Missed. Hey! The young huntress is pushed to the ground as her shot misses. The attacker picks up a bolt from the ground and aims it at her throat, but he never gets the chance to bring his raised hand down. It's frozen. Get his ass, Praminix! Ding. Yeah. One who wears the pants is the one who has the least clothes in the game. That's true. Yeah, a fully nude character, really, Arknights? And you say, and people say there's no fan service. A blurred silhouette appears from above the assailant, bringing the weight of 1,000 mountains down upon his head. Holy shit. The ground trembles and the snow on the tree branches is scattered. Egenbrecker. Egenbrecker catches the bolt, flying towards her with one hand. What? Insane. Who are you? What do you want with the Saintess?
Stop, Joanna. Egenbrecker is a friend.
Oh my god. Egenbrecker.
Joanna hesitantly removes the bolt from her crossbow as she looks up and down at Egenbrecker.
She's gotta be like twice your height. I've heard your name before. They say you're a strong warrior, but I never seen a man beaten into a permafrost like that.
What are you doing here, Egenbrecker? Enciode sent me.
How the fuck did you catch up?
I apologize, but now is not the time to stick to the rules. How did he know I was in danger? This is not the only attack in recent days. There were attempts on the lives of the members of Clan Silver Ash and Pale Roach soon after you left the Vinebead Court. The three clans are on the brink of civil war. How could this be? These people. Only now do the trio have the time to take the long look at the assailants, late assailants more precisely. They are wearing Pale Roach armor and they are carrying standard issue Yarag weapons. And Pale Roach.
That's impossible. Clan Pale Roach has always been loyal. They would never think of murdering the Saintess.
There has to be an explanation for these people.
They must be in disguise. Someone's trying to frame the pale roaches. Let me see. There must be some gaps in their disguises. Yes, look at this bolt. These people thought they could fool us wearing pale roach clothes, but they got a very important thing wrong. Look, the bolts they're carrying are 2 flesh, but the ones used by pale roach warriors are 3 flesh, which are more suitable for battle than hunting.
Hell yeah, Joanna, let's go.
Dad told me that our family was the best, most loyal warriors of the pale roaches before we split from the clan. Our shooting skills were passed down from our ancestors who used them in war mostly against the Silver Ashes.
The logical explanation. All ancient history now. The wars between the 3 clans, Pale Roach, Browntail, and Silver Ash, have long since come to an end, and your family became hunters under Yurigander's kind guidance.
Yes, by Yurigander.
It's not hard to guess who's impersonating Clan Pale Roach. The Victorians? Brecker pulls a bolt from one of the Victorians' necks and examines it. Did you make this yourself?
Yes, my dad taught me back when I was little. The craftsmanship's been passed down my family from one generation to the next.
From one generation to the next. The cut of the fletching, the shape of the point, even the etching on the shaft, these are all unique to Ursus.
Ursus?
How's that possible? Dad said it's a mark of Yurigander's faithful.
I've seen arrows like these in the arenas of Keshimeres many times, used by those who claimed to master the most authentic Ursine material arts. A gimmick, no doubt, but the GCC sponsors legitimate historians. I've read their papers and seen their artifacts they dug up.
But we're all indigenous to Yareg. We used to be part of Clan Pale Roach. What does Ursus have to do with Yareg?
There's a little bit of overlap between Pale Roach and Ursus. If you know, you know, right? True as a bow, she has enough class to not be naked. You right. Sorry, I didn't mean to undermine her there. Anything called adaptive buttons. Normal 3-hit combo gonna be 1 button. Change yourself to be the combo and some stuff like that. Well, they're adding it to at least Switch, right? So like they must be forced to make some concessions in order to put an MMO on a console like that. Excuse me, an MMO that isn't like Elder Scrolls Online. So be interesting to see how it's implemented. That's not the main reason though. The main reason is certainly the time commitment. It's kind of like One Piece, all right? It's kind of like One Piece, okay? And I realize that I'm going to be hypocritical because I just started watching One Piece, but yeah, it's quite a there's quite a lot in there, quite a lot to get into. Where it's the kind of thing where it's like if you like it, then there's a bunch there, and that's awesome. But if you know, I feel like it should be completely reasonable to be intimidated by the sheer number of episodes or the sheer quantity of content or time required to play that or be caught up on that. So that's kind of how I feel. I made that comparison before, that One Piece is like MMOs. And again, I'm being a hypocrite now because I'm like 50 something some odd episodes in. I gotta catch up on some other shows. The sheer quantity of filler, the episodes that I've watched so far aren't that bad, unless you're talking about FF14, in which case I did not know. Switch 2, yeah. Came out when it was on the back on the wait, it released on the PS3? I didn't know that.
Anya.
Some brought flags, some brought drums, and some brought swords. The 3 outsiders fought constantly, and their blood turned the rivers red, and she grieved. She went to the place of battle and said, "Sheath your weapons and let your hearts be joined, and I will bestow upon you the blessings of prosperity and protect you from ill." But the 3 were foolish and continued to fight even after they heard her words. So she cracked the heavens and split the clouds, and she brought forth a miracle, and the fighting was stopped. One of them wept, but how could we forget the hatred, the blood that was shed? Alright, what's she doing all this preaching for now? And she wept as well, and her tears froze the enemy, becoming 3 eternally frozen peaks.
What was that?
A passage from the Yurigander that is often overlooked. Now I think I understand. Joanna, I believe that your family, indeed all of Clan Pale Roach, originally came from Ursus.
Obviously. You think so too?
Yes, but it's not just you. The Silver Ashes and Browntails came from elsewhere as well. As the scriptures say, our 3 clans were outsiders who fought incessantly over resources until Yurigander intervened. The three frozen peaks seem to refer literally to the three mountains surrounding Yarag, but in fact refers to the domains of the three clans which she had demarcated. She will come again if the swords are not laid down. Several years ago, she manifested through me, averting what would be the first civil war between the three clans in centuries. The hearts of the three clans must be joined in order to receive her protection. And now they're on the brink of civil war, and it's going to be a problem. The first virtue that Irrigander taught us was forgiveness.
We got them, master.
Tall guards bring over several prisoners bound with ropes.
These guys were hiding in some abandoned houses, clearly set up to no good. They had binoculars and communications equipment on them, Victorians by the looks of it. Ha, just as I thought. Ratodos is plotting with the Victorians to kill me. We'll take these men to her. No, we'll do it in front of the Vinebead court with all three clans present, and we'll see what she has to say for herself. Who's there? We caught the remaining Victorian spies, Sir Arktos. We're glad to see that you're unharmed. She did turn on the leopard man. Cheetah man. What? What do you mean? Matriarch Ratodos' orders were to protect you, Sir Arktos. We had been following you and stopped these men when they attempted to make a move against you. The warriors put their bound prisoners down. What in the name of Yarrigander? Where is Ratodos? I do not know. She said she would try to draw out the spies the Victorians deployed around here. When they reveal themselves, we can... Bill Browntail Manor explodes, its walls torn apart like cardboard. That sound effect was crazy. That was a deep explosion. That dude got yeeted off the screen. Glass and wood fragments fly in all directions as flames consume the traces of a once sumptuous history. The boiling smoke distorts the night air. The pale roach warriors stand transfixed, eyes wide. Behind the brown car, some warriors caught by the blast now stagger as they try to help each other up. The echoes of the explosion gradually disperse, leaving the crackle of wood and distant sirens ever clearer in the night. Is she in there? The charred jacket drifts down in front of Arktos. No! This is Ratodos. No! What the hell have you done? Why is she always blowing herself up and shit? First break the ice, she sat in the fire, and this time she's gets blown up? What the fuck? Up next, we have a standalone story. How many stages are there? Yeah, there's 10 for this one and 4 standalone stories. Crazy. Man, what the hell? That OS4 summary shit? What did it say? Ratodos meets again with the Victorian ambassador and drops a hint about eliminating Arktos. Joanna and Enya break the ice, but they are once again attacked by assassins. Yeah, these are the summaries. These are the skips. Oh, this one. Joanna and Enya. This is a little loud. Joanna and Enya defeat the assassins with Legion Breaker's help and discover a plot to implicate Pale Roaches in the murder of the Saintess. Ratodos draws out a hidden spies by pretending to work with the Victorians, but dies and explodes. Oh, Jesus Christ! Oh my God! What the hell? What's up, Alcaptio? I hate... Oh my God. They killed her! They fucking killed her! She was so cool. I love Sirius, though. Don't get me wrong. And she's got to do great. But they fucking killed Ratodos. She better be like faking her death or some shit. Don't give me that. Yeah, that's why we don't look at those, and we just quickly open up the story when we got to do it this way. I don't know if that's genuine, but seeing that in a flash while clearing the stage, heavy whiplash. Oh, I can imagine. Yeah, you want to know? I've gotten pretty good at not looking at it, because what I do, I'll go into someone who's here. So what I'll do is I'll look at the name of the stage, important information or whatever for this one, and then when you hit skip, keep your eyes on the top. You look for the same stage name, because it says that at the top of every one. So I'm like, all right, so important information. My eyes go to important information, and then I don't see anything below it. So that's how I made it through the current Sui event without seeing a damn word beneath it. But that's insane. That's why you got to read right away, I guess. Man, that's crazy. The explosion. Stop! Megumin! Oh my god. And now we look at Shira's pet for a sliver of happiness. I will. Where are you? Do I have your skin? No, I don't. Maybe you one though. Am I dumb? I see it right there. The skin is good. I like the skin. I could do your 11 yet? No, I did it myself though. I was watching TV and I started it. I put my iPad facing the other way and I just kept tapping the lower corner of the screen to skip the stage dialogue, and I was good. A weasel, yeah, the weasel. So you better come in with the copy. Why would you wish that on me, bro? What the fuck? That's crazy. Insane. All right, but that's where we are going to call it, my friends. Unfortunately, a little bit of a cliffhanger? Question mark. Wish, I don't wish, but listen, I got sassy in the last copyright claim. I was like, guys, you gotta stop doing this. I'm tired of this. You're wasting all of our time. So, but thank you guys for hanging out. I appreciate it. Whether you're lurking, chatting here the whole time or part of the time, thank you for the support. Just a reminder, we will be back tomorrow. We are going to be doing some more Enfield stories, so I hope to see you guys there. That'll be fun. And then, like I said, there might be a Gorilla stream later where we do like Trials or IS6 ending too. So that stage was a bitch, but I managed to cheese it with Mountain. Mountain in quotes. Does that mean you use like Jackie or something? Thank you for stream. Thank you for hanging out. I appreciate it. Sony is Larry, bro. For real. For real. But all right, you guys, we are going to be hopping into a raid. So I do ask, don't go anywhere. If you're on Instagram with the stream, if you guys hop in the raid, show them support. I'd appreciate it. No, they'll appreciate it as well. The glyph of Mountain. Oh, incredible. Yeah, I'm halfway through the EX stages because I do the stage and I do the CM right after. So I'll hope to be on the S stages tomorrow. I don't think I have too much time. What do you call it? I don't think there's too much time left, rather. So sandwich the enemy between two of them, they couldn't escape. That's so funny. I do really like the mechanics. It's just I find myself needing to fish out the I gotta fish out the fish things with the scoop all the time, like so often. So but all right, you guys, we're gonna be hopping into a raid. So like I said, I do ask, don't go anywhere. If you know, I'm gonna stick on the stream. If you guys have on the raid to show them support, I'd appreciate it. No, they'll appreciate it as well. How's about we we show support to Yoru. They're doing Cult of the Lamb, which is a game that we played a long time ago, and we never finished, but it was a lot of fun. Hashtag you Benny rated if you're sub, they're your favorite Benny emote in there at the end. If you're not sub, no worries, they're your favorite emote in there at the end. Make it look cool, make it look fun. If you catch up any X and S stages, do those sex stages. You got a few more days. I think you got like 2 or 3 more days. Like I said, you guys, even if you're on Instagram with the stream, if you guys hop in the raid, show them support, I'd appreciate it. No, they'll appreciate it as well. Hope you have an awesome rest of your night, though. Thank you so much for stopping by and hanging out. We made some solid progress, I think. So we're not quite halfway. We're probably maybe like 33, maybe like a third of the way through the story, and definitely things are getting worse. So Interested to see where it goes from here. I can't believe that they killed Ratotos. I'm so mad. I'm so mad. I'm so mad. She was up there for favorite NPCs, and they really did that to me. So, pour one out for Ratotos, everybody. Pour one out for Ratotos.
Kino explosion chamber.
That's fucked up. That's fucked up. That's fucked up. All right, you guys have a good night. Thank you so much for stopping by. I'll see you guys tomorrow for Enfield. Take care. Bye bye.